User joined your channel.
Hello.
Hello.
You are a very quiet file.
Yep. Waiting on tree then?
Yep.
And Christ.
Okay, well, while we're waiting for them, try to resolve Guardian. You were just offered the services of a gentleman to take you around the town and visit some guides.
Yeah,
In a very
okay.
blunt and brazen manner.
Though he makes no mention of the King of Neverwinter, nothing at all. Just...
You get the impression that his original instructions were to provide you with a guide. His links to your family were not very high.
Oh, okay, like, the King of Neverwinter means nothing to him?
Not really. This is a Chultian affair. He's a Chult native. The affairs of not Chult are not his concern. And the reason why he was here to meet you was literally to give you a guide, so that you could make it to Camp Vengeance alive. The other two that I gave you were the ones you were more familiar with, and had ties to your family. Thought we had talked about that. So my bad if we didn't.
Well, okay, fuck it then. I guess we're going looking at guides.
Okay, so which one do you want to go to first?
Is he alone, by the way?
He is alone, because none of you went with him.
Yeah. That sounds like something Hank wouldn't do.
First, I found to ask him about River Mist and Flask.
Are you asking Jobel or are you asking the assistant?
Whoever the hell's listening right now.
Okay, so both of them. So you ask about them. He's Jobel, in a very disgruntled voice, with more attention than he had previously, is that they are not sanctioned guides. They are not to be used or trusted.
Hey guys,
What
did I
does
miss anything?
being sanctioned mean? Like under...
They are not allowed to be guides. It's illegal for them to be guides. You do not use them, or you will be held accountable. Basically, is what that would mean.
Must I check the jungle doesn't really have many laws.
He takes a step back, gathers himself a little bit after that comment, and bluntly says, "Do you want his help or not?" Pointing to his assistant, with the implication being that he would like this conversation to end now, and he is trying to get out of here.
But okay, out of character, the other ones that we saw the ads for are sanctioned, or?
Yes, they are. They are the ones that are under his hood.
User joined your channel.
Basically, the way it works is that they pay him a small percentage of whatever they collect as far as their guiding fee. And then Jobel also controls what they can charge.
That explains why the tabaxi are cheaper.
I guess I'll go with the assistant then.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to say that again.
We're like, I've basically been told get the hell out with the assistant, right?
And yeah, more passive aggressively than that, but yes.
A little steam out my nostrils and turn with the assistant.
Okay, so sorry, I'm having trouble understanding you. Your mic's popping a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit too close to your mouth.
Sorry.
Okay, so what did you say?
So I'll be leaving with the assistant then.
All right. So
Am I good now?
Yeah, you're good now. So
Okay, sorry.
As soon as you leave, Bill's assistant turns to you, and he basically says, "Yeah, don't mind that. It's a little bit of a sore spot. We don't like that they have flyers up, and we've been trying to take them down. I mean, honestly, and take this for what you will, but honestly, I would strongly suggest that you go with the guides that we have authorized to guide. We can't vouch for the experience or actual ability to perform the job of anyone who is not sanctioned underneath Jobel."
Okay, well then the first thing I want to ask him is about Salida, since I know literally nothing about it.
Here. That was not the first one I was expecting you to ask about, but probably should have been. 1 second.
It's the one that
Did I
can't
miss
keep her
anything here?
mouth
Is it
shut.
just who you talking
Yeah, the
to?
one who's like, her ad is everybody else sucks, choose me.
Yeah, I need to turn to her page. So sorry,
Great
give me
ad.
just a second. She has something.
Is Gree talking to the actual guides right now, or the assistant that oversees them?
I'm talking with the assistant.
Yep. So
Okay.
Salida. Here. So the assistant responds, she's a bit one of the newer guides that's actually just been recently sanctioned. She's spent quite a bit of time outside the jungle. During her interview, she basically had the right answer for everything. Any kind of thing that we could ask her or throw at her way, she knew how to do. Very highly rated. I would strongly recommend you take a good look at her. That's a very good choice if you want to go to her first.
You said she spent a lot of time outside of it?
Outside the city, yes. She's actually from the jungle, is what she told me.
Oh, okay, other way, okay.
Can we trust a crazy jungle woman?
I don't know if you can or not, because you don't know that. But then how is it any different from Azaka, who was born in the jungle?
Did you ask that of him?
Yes.
So Salida grew up in a actual community that's beyond the Port Nyanzaro's borders. What was the first you said? Sorry. I had a thing for it. I just thought Zaku? Is that the one you were talking about?
Azaka.
Azaka. E-A-S-Y?
A-Z-A-K-A.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, so she actually quite literally was born from a wandering nomad group in the jungle.
Okay.
Whereas the other one was in a community that was stationary and had some semblance of safety. So Salida seems to be a bit more. He described how Salida seems to be a bit more educated, probably a bit easier to talk to than Azaka. But he does say that if you're looking for someone with the absolute most experience and knowledge of the jungle, that Azaka is the person that you're going to want to go with.
Which one?
Azaka.
Azaka.
Storm thing.
What about Musha Rib?
He kind of so. I guess I have to wait for Guardian to ask him about
Yeah,
that.
I know.
Probably help if I were in the right Roll20 campaign. I clicked the wrong one.
Okay, well, and then Farul and Gonaldo appeared to be very interested in the riches of the jungle.
Right. So if you were looking to get rich, you didn't hear this from me, but they have a map that they carry around, and that map leads to supposedly leads to a very large cache of valuables. that
If
is
they
left
already
out there
have the
from
map, why haven't they claimed this?
well, the jungle's dangerous, and they are two people with the Triceratops. He says bluntly, saying that with the implication being that might be a bit more dangerous than they make it out to be.
And then, I believe the albino dwarf had something about a flame mountain.
Oh, the dwarves. Yeah, they're obsessed a little bit with their homeland. That being
Where
said,
is their homeland?
well, it's in the very south of Chult. Well, the albino dwarf. Our Hugh Hackenstone is not actually originally from Chult, but still a very highly rated guide. Similar obsessions to Musharib, really. I mean, they're dwarves. What do you expect from dwarves? They want to live in the hole in the ground. Get the slight suspicion that he might be just a little bit racist towards dwarves.
Just a little
Seems
bit?
like everyone
Okay.
is.
Well, I mean, everyone's racist against most other races in D&D. But he does say that if you're looking for a bargain for a guide, Musharib offering his services for free in exchange for helping him out, you can't beat that.
I believe Azaka also had a similar offer, did she not?
You know what? That come to think of it, she probably did. So, yeah, fair enough. He was trying to sell you on Musharib, he called it.
He just hates dwarves. He wants to get them out of the town dead.
Yep.
Hoping he dies on the.
And then if I remember correctly, Iku had something to say about there being imposters among the guides.
Yeah, I can't speak to that. A bit aloof, that one. Really, you'd probably just have to talk to her to get a better feel for her. I'm not really so sure how to best to describe her. Really, she probably speaks for herself.
Okay. So River Mist and Flask are to be avoided if we don't want any trouble, basically, in town.
Well, that's really probably the least of your concerns with them, I would say. I've not heard great things about what they are doing with the Zentarum. Truth be told, we really can't. The reason why they are hanging their signs all over the place is that because of their relationship with the Zentarum, we can't really do a whole lot about them being in the city.
And what would that be?
The best I know, they have a contract.
With the Zentarum?
Yes.
What does that mean? Like, what could that mean, I should say?
I was just thinking that to myself, and
A binding agreement.
yeah, and I wonder what they would be agreeing to.
I don't really know enough about the Zentarum to even, like, kind of judge if that would be good or
I
bad.
think all we know is it's a mercenary group based in Port Nyanzaru.
Well, I think Vile
Right.
knows a bit more about them than that, but
Yes,
actually,
but
and
I was
literally
also-
Age knows everything about them you'd ever want to know.
Oh yeah, Age used to be part of them before he.
No.
No, wait, that was a different
He
one.
was part of the Emerald
Okay.
Enclave.
Yeah, but
Yes.
because he was originally in a mercenary group, he knows about all of the most common ones.
I feel like
That's-
I want to know the more details.
Well,
Like-
you wouldn't necessarily know what objectives were here, but you know what they generally are going for. Yeah.
So the factions are all mercenary groups, more or less.
The ones you've encountered so far, yeah. Minus the merchant
Except for
princes.
the gauntlet.
Or the Gauntlet's also a mercenary group.
Just
They
with
hire
the
themselves out.
religious bend.
Yes.
Harbors too.
So you might get the impression that mercenary in this context would mean that they do their own thing and they're not necessarily loyal to any government.
More of a PMC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's probably a good way to put it. Christ, I was gonna say basically that.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily imply that they are paid to do a task. It's
Got
just
it.
they're
Mercenary doesn't mean they're necessarily soldiers for hire, but they have their own.
However, if you came to the Order of the Gauntlet with some cry for help and a plea of mercy, they would probably come and help you.
And money.
Well, money might help that cause, but they probably receive donations from other wealthier, or some donations from various churches. They are that religious.
Not to mention, this is a very small post of a few.
Yeah, sure.
And this is okay. This is
I mean,
not like a
Yeah,
huge.
it's not the Order of the Chult, the Order of the Gauntlet. It is not that. It is a small part of it is here. That's correct. I was just being a little bit obtuse because small and relative.
The Order of the Chult.
Order of the Chult. Yep. Anyway. The guy is the Noble's assistant is standing there expectantly waiting for you to make a decision where you want to go first.
So is he waiting to like take me around to the guides to talk with them then?
Yeah, he was more than willing to go with you to do that. That was what his job description was.
What time is it right now?
Round about noon.
Okay, so the two racers and the tree are going to be at the stables.
Everyone else, as far as you know, is still back in the tavern.
What time is the race?
Race is the next day,
Okay.
and it is in the morning. Basically, first thing in the morning.
And Tree, you went with me to the stables, right?
Yeah, I'd just be chilling there with the dinos.
Okay. So you were probably
Good
sketching the whole time.
opportunity- It's a good opportunity to like actually get up close to them with the whoever the handler is, you know, learn a bit. So I would have been documenting
Where
real
are the
fast.
guides at right now?
He thinks to himself, kind of measures the time. He would claim that a few of them could probably be found near the Red Bazaar, which is, as you know, right next to the taverns.
That would be actually extremely convenient.
Imagine that.
It's like it was made to be.
I know,
Uh,
right? Not
that
all
would-
of them are there, but there's enough of them there that that's would be a good, decent first stop.
Okay, then we will make that the first stop.
Okay. Are you gonna stop at the tavern and pick anyone else up?
I will see if the others, because when I left, everybody was still there. So I would check and see if anyone was still in the town.
Which tavern?
We were all staying at the Thundering Lizard, weren't we?
No, not everyone was.
Oh, that's
But
right.
I guess they're both pretty much across
And
the street from each other, though.
the only person that last night stayed in the Thundering Lizard was Vile. Everyone else was in the other one.
Tree and I did also.
Oh yeah, you guys
yeah,
you
we
guys went
switched.
later. But you're also not there either.
No.
Okay, then never mind. I would go to the riposte
Okay.
or repose.
Yep. So the assistant is more than willing to make a slight detour for the rest of your party. He's
Neat.
familiar with the want to have more than one opinion on who to choose. So he's more than willing to do this with you.
These guys seem like good businessmen.
Mm-hmm. Customer service.
I'm
Like
happy
that
it's
Jobel
not
asshole.
super sketchy having, like, I'm just happy it's not super sketchy having everyone basically under a merchant prince monopoly there.
I don't know
The
where that
city
even came
seems
up. They would
pretty
be sketchy.
stable.
I think it came up because Twilight wanted the other Baxi.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody
Well-
else did.
I brought it
He's
up.
just trying to find any reason to get.
I brought it up
Exactly.
as a simple possibility because nobody said anything to the contrary.
Oh, also, just so everyone knows, the assistant's name is Azon. Aazon. He is a human.
I am not writing that down because I don't know that.
Anyway,
So it should be Lord Karngar and Hank hanging around?
Hank's there.
no, Karangar is doing other things at this point.
He's at the stable with
Oh,
us.
that's right. He's out dinosauring.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, around about this time, you guys would be wrapping up dinosauring, and he would be, well, probably about probably about 1 by the time you actually make it back to the tavern. So never mind, you guys are still definitely dinosauring.
Yeah, I'd just be hanging out at the tavern,
So-
reading my spell book.
So, Guardian and Azon walk in. And
I assume Hank and Lord are just hanging out,
I'm just hanging out, having a drink.
playing
Two
darts.
cool dudes doing what cool
Mhm.
dudes do.
So, what's up, Tarambar?
I was wondering if you would be interested in talking with a few of the guides this afternoon.
Sure, let's do it.
All right.
Sounds exciting.
is this everyone then?
It appears for now.
Everyone that matters.
Ooh.
Very good. Very good. So, who will we be visiting first? The ones that are nearby are Musharib, you Hackenstone, and Zaka.
Those sound like the 3 worth talking to. At least from what I've read, so... Yes, let's go talk to the ones close.
Which one first?
Either Musharib or Azaka are the 2 that sound good to me.
I was gonna say Azaka.
Okay.
Zaka
do it.
first? Okay.
Oops.
Second.
And Hank shoots him in the knees.
It's great, you know where I come from.
So, Zaka is, somehow, Azon, knows exactly where she's going to be walking. You basically catch her in the middle of the street. She's a, female Chultic. Average height, I guess, 6 feet tall, or a little bit taller, I guess. Feet tall, 150 pounds. Darkish skin. Reddish hair. And she makes her introductions. Basically, she effectively reads word for word what is on the sheet in a very sales pitchy manner, seeing that Azon is here and watching. She keeps looking more at him than she looks at you guys.
Can I make an investigation roll or something? Just to see if there's anything that stands out about her?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, God,
Is that
doesn't
insight or
work out.
perception?
This is perception. Looking for perception. He's looking to see if you're physically observing her, or are you trying to figure out from her speech patterns what's going on?
Bit of both. Where
Okay, so
the
first I
heck
need
is
perce-
perception?
Should be under P.
Wisdom, I think.
Wisdom. It is a wisdom.
Yeah, it's
It's a wisdom check then?
No.
No, it's under
no,
the
it-
skill. It's under skills. Like if you go
Under
under
skills.
skills.
Yeah.
Am I blind? I see
Yes.
performance.
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
Right above performance. There we go.
Nailed
Okay.
it.
Yep. So you immediately notice that she has a long scar running down the side of her face, and you notice that it's a deep gash, kind of old, and it looks looks a bit off. You don't know exactly what made it or why or how it got there. It definitely is a large scar that it's not necessarily obvious at first glance that it's there, but it's there.
I asked her about the scar. How did you get the scar?
He thanks you and starts walking away.
Oh,
Goodbye.
You're making
what?
Amazing progress.
Do you want to try to stop her? And get her
Well, way to go,
Sensitive
Hank.
one, huh?
Hellred's pretty.
Like, I was gonna
It's
ask you
good
about
scars.
that,
She makes
those
a
Petra
stealth
folk,
check. She says,
but, you know, if you're not interested in talking to us, that's okay.
Sorry, I was talking over you.
I was saying, I was gonna ask you about those Petra folk, but, if you're not interested in talking to us, that's fine.
Terra.
The Terrafolk, he says,
Yeah.
with her head cocked.
Yes, you,
What would you like to know?
yeah,
He
you,
turns back around.
you had mentioned that, you were searching for some wood mask, up in Firefinger, and, I'd like to know more about these Terra folk.
Well, they like to keep to themselves. They're very here. They mostly keep to themselves. They're generally seen as a blight on the people because when they do come out or encounter people, they typically them. Does putting it rather bluntly. Basically, one of my times out guiding, they took one of my family heirloom. It was a wooden mask carved to resemble a tiger face. And last I saw them, they put it atop the Firefinger. It was an emergency situation. I had to get my party out of there. They were not prepared for a fight. So I'd like to go back there and get that family heirloom back very much. And that means a lot to me.
Yeah, so if we were to go with you to retrieve this wooden mask, what sort of a fight should we be anticipating? What should we be prepared for?
Well, it could be any number of Terrafolk that live up there. I don't have an exact numbers count. You guys seem like you are fit enough. If you are asking about it, I would just say that you are probably able to take it on.
I see.
And she's looking back at Azon as she's saying that.
So are these a primitive type people, or
They have an intelligence. They're not
not animals, but
they're not animals. No, they're not beasts. They're intelligent as you or I. They just have their own language, their own belief systems, and they don't take kindly to side people.
Sounds like most Chultians.
She shoots a side eye at you that is a death stare.
Hold on, you pissed her off more than
I
Hank.
just look at her.
well, we have business in the jungle finding an artifact that we really do not know where it is. If we were to help you, how much of your time would you be willing to help us with?
You're paying me to go with you wherever you want to go.
All I'm saying
that's
is
not really up to me.
you would waive the fee if we helped you
Yes, if we-
get your wooden mask.
We went to the Firefinger first.
So
and
as
help
long as it
get my
takes
mask.
is your answer?
I would be willing to follow you to the ends of the earth if I get that heirloom back.
Okay.
Wow.
But so then she also is glancing at both Hank and Guardian. You can tell that she hesitated when she said that a little bit. First thing you fucking say after she introduces herself is, "So how about that fucking scar?"
Yo, that's a sweet scar. Where'd you get that?
It's a sweet scar, bro.
Bruh.
Oh, shit. Anyway,
Want to see pics of my scar? Oh yeah.
Said just scar pics.
Sexy.
I have an awesome scar I can show you under my loincloth.
she
She's
walks
out.
away again.
Um,
I'm sorry. Well, actually, what she does first is she bows and says, "I'm sorry if I have made any offense," and then she walks away.
I assume we didn't say any of that stuff out loud.
It seems like you did.
Well,
Hey,
the
we should
people
get
who were
filters,
there were
guys.
talking, so...
well, if I was saying this, I was just saying it to him, mocking him for giving her shit.
Yeah,
So,
She
not to
knows
her. I say,
You get
I'm
the-
sorry
you
if
get
I
the
if
idea
if,
that-
if we have offended you. We like to give each other a hard time. Is no offense of yours, and we mean no offense to you.
Sighs, turns around one more time, looks at Azon, looks back to you guys, says, "All right, here's the deal. If you really can't find anyone else, and you guys will help me with my mask, then you can find me here." And she gives you a note with basically a location that's kind of out near the dinosaur stables.
Okay.
And then she turns around and walks away. And Azon looks to you. "All right, that went well. Who next?" He's trying very hard.
I just want Azon to laugh.
Musharib, what do you
Pick
say,
Lincoln.
guys?
Yeah.
I'm fine going wherever.
Okay. So, Musharib, you find him basically looking at a weaponsmith and making comments about how the smith. There's a large conversation going on in Dwarvish. So if anyone speaks Dwarvish, let me know.
I do.
Okay. So you would hear him basically giving critiques about the way that the smith is doing things wrong. And the smith, who is not a dwarf, is looking at him going, "Okay, yes, yep," basically trying to do his work through the commentary. And as soon as Azon walks up, taps him on the shoulder, whispers something in his ear, he turns around excitedly, and basically, with a spring in his step, comes up to you and starts jabbering in Dwarvish as fast as he possibly can. Again, essentially giving the sales pitch in Dwarvish, with basically what he has written on his sheet there.
Okay, I say to him in Dorvish. And these humans, you can't really rely on them to do solid work around here, you know, when it comes to forging and whatnot. You know.
The second Dwarvish words come out of your mouth, he grins. Really big. And he basically nods as you're saying all of those words. And yes, I know it be true. And all of this other stuff. And he seems genuinely excited that there is someone here who seems to understand at least a little bit about what it's like to be a dwarf. Or at least has some respect for their culture.
So Awesome. You know, I read your flyer, and you know, you speak about Harkam, Harkamar.
So as you're trying
Uh.
to slowly pronounce it, he tries to start saying it with you, and he gives you the correct pronunciation, which is Harakhamar.
Yes.
Harakhammer.
Hackhammer. Okay. I couldn't find it on our map. Where about is this place?
Azon perks up at this discussion of a map, and anyone who's paying attention, probably because they're not able to understand Dwarvish, would notice that as soon as even the Dwarvish word for map got brought up, he perked up. And do you have the map on you?
Yes,
He
I
says?
do. I pulled the map out.
Ah, excellent. These humans, they don't know anything, and he seems very genuinely excited to basically point out exactly where he's from on the map.
Okay, cool. Can you like ping it?
Oh, yes. Actually, I'll reveal it on the map. That is a lot easier to do than just...
Information!
Sweet.
And then he puts a hand, kind of bumps on his chest, and he says, look, I have everything all ready to go, so if you guys want to go with me, let me know. I'll be taking off tomorrow night. I have a ship all lined up, ready to go. And they're at the harbor. It's the fastest ship that has ever come to Chult. You guys will be amazed with it. It will be great. I've arranged a fare if you guys are willing to help me pay a little bit, but the fare is 10 gold per day, which is a very fair estimate for that ship, and take maybe 4 days to get there. He's basically has this whole thing all planned out, ready to go, and he's basically saying, "You guys come with me right now. We'll do this." Very excitedly.
10 gold per day
Where is
per
it on the map?
person for the
Nope.
ship?
Everyone.
Oh, for everyone.
Yep.
And you believe it would take how many days?
He says 4 to 5 days to get there by ship.
Oh, that would,
I mean, there
that would
might
be
be a few
doable.
days to hike through a little bit to get to Harakamar. But
Is it supposed to be shown on the map?
I'll get to it. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I have to change layers, and I haven't done that yet, and I've been talking.
Got it. Okay.
1 second.
I kind of like Dwarf Dude. Like, it just
How
sounds
much
like a
that-
fun quest.
Yeah. How much
He's
of
less
that was
grumpy.
in English or understandable
it.
for Hank?
None of it. Unless you speak Dwarvish, none of this has been understood by anyone except for Uber.
Oh, I see.
Okay,
Rock
what do you
Hammer.
have as far as, you know, lined up, like, supplies and whatnot? How are we going to get from the ship to our destination?
Right. So he describes in very detail how there's a path that kind of winds up to the. He's pointing on your map at this point too.
Mm-hmm.
Very excited that someone actually has a map of this area because everything else he's been planning has been basically in his head.
Yeah.
And he says if you follow this tree line until you get to the Valley of Lost Honor, there's basically a straight line from there to the entrance to Harakhamar. And once we're inside there, there might be some fire newts we have to deal with inside, but should be no problem for you guys. And he's looking at the Dragonborn as he says that, who looks very imposing and very large to
That's
him.
Turambar at this point, right? Not
Turambar,
Kemgar?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And
Well,
yeah, so he sounds like he's got this whole thing like planned out, beginning to end, and he's got like, all right, I can just we get there and I get the gauntlet. I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. And he says, but I will follow you guys and I'll help you guys throughout whatever you guys need. I'll be there for you guys because you guys were there for me.
okay, well, I know what we're looking for is probably something deep in the jungle. We don't know where it's at yet, but so you're comfortable exploring the jungle as well afterwards?
Oh, I know this. I know all of Chult. I will take you wherever you guys want to go, and I will. You fight your fights, and I mean, finding the bullet of Mordain is or Moradin I don't know. I'm not pronouncing that right. But if you guys help me find that gauntlet, I mean, I will owe you so much. It'd be more than I could probably pay in this lifetime.
Okay. Well, my friends here,
I like
you
the
know,
dwarf
they're
slave.
not
That
they're
sounds
not as refined as me. You know, they don't speak your language. So, I'm sold. I'll tell you that. But I don't know if they are yet. So, do your best to convince them.
He kind of looks a bit discouraged. You mean you don't all speak Dwarvish?
No, unfortunately.
Oh, here. I thought I was finally in a group that understood Dwarven kind. He shakes his boot, and then he makes a greeting in common, and he gives his sales speech in common, and then he says that his new friend Lord here has said that you guys are willing to join with him on a quest to reclaim Mordane's gauntlet, and he is forever in your debt, and he kneels when he says that, and he looks very solemn and very regal as he does so. Basically, at this point, he's assumed that you have accepted him
Turnbar
as-
thinks about goddamn time.
Yeah.
Say,
hey,
listen, guys. He has a ship lined up. He has everything planned. We help him in this trip. It's gonna cost us about 50 gold pieces, and he's ours for as long as we need him to find what we need to find.
Sounds good to me. What is the gauntlet?
Yes,
At
what
this
is
point,
this gauntlet you're searching for?
He turns to you. I'm not sure that anyone not Dwarvish would understand, but it's basically a very precious dwarven artifact. It's very upset that it was lost. The mines were when the Harakamar was abandoned. Basically, you get the gist that it's a very fancy gauntlet. If you give me a few seconds, I can find a better description of it. But it's
Totally
a
out
fancy
of
gauntlet.
character, but that sounds like something I would like.
If you were there to listen to it, yeah.
Yeah.
So after we reclaim it, wheel the dwarf, take the gauntlet.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't want to just like steal it from the dwarf or, hoard it if there's use of it to the party, but it's just like the kind of thing I'd be looking for. Smithing, draw dinos, find
But
artifacts.
the Harpers would be looking for it too.
Was that Chris?
I bet the Harpers might be interested in it too.
Maybe.
If they know about it.
They know about it. I would assume that they would know about it because it's. But it's it's very
Probably
clearly
know
not
about it, but-
magical.
Two
Oh, they,
probably
they
aren't
know
head into
that.
the jungle to get it.
Yeah, from his description, it is it's very obvious that it's not magical in any way. It was made by dwarves and is just a very ornate.
Oh, it's not?
Oh, so it's like an heirloom. Okay.
More like that than it is has any magical powers.
Okay.
Basically, it's important to him because it has a history with his race.
This belongs in a museum.
Basically, yes.
Exactly. That's why I
Yeah.
want it.
Yeah, Hank's fine with them.
I say, listen,
So
guys.
here you go, whip.
Probably fine with any guide.
I was really sold in the beginning from either Musharib or Azaka, but Musharib here seems much more
Yeah, it's kind of
personable
weird
and
that it's Azaka.
willing to put up with our antics than Azaka. So
I'm also glad that one of you spoke Dwarvish because otherwise that would have gone very differently. Oh boy.
Is she like written to only get along with the players if someone speaks the language?
Well, he's likes dwarves. None of you are dwarves, so that part was out already.
Good point.
But hey, a rock gnome's pretty close.
Mhm.
Anyway, so he basically
But
the
he's a
gauntlet.
halfling.
So just a bit more information about the gauntlet. It's customarily worn by whoever's in charge of Harak Hamar. So this is like the leader's glove.
yeah,
It would
so
be it would be an artifact that would show a position of power.
Ah, the Infinity Gauntlet, but useless.
The fake one that's at the bottom of in Asgard's
So it's the Arkansas.
No. Oh, it's the Soulmonger, guys. You found it.
Oh, we did it! Yes! Here we go, boys.
Boom. Let's go.
Get juiced to level 11. Let's go.
So,
I
so
mean,
when is this boat ready to
You
go?
did say that we're going down into a volcanic mountain to get
Yeah. So he.
the symbol of power from a dwarven city. So it's a fair
Anyway.
comparison.
He says that it's leaving tomorrow night. Basically, you may have a few hours after the dinosaur races tomorrow to gather your things and get ready if you wanted to buy anything. But it'll be leaving immediately after that. And then the name of it, Vile, you know and have heard this name before.
File's not there though.
No,
No, not.
but the name of the ship that I'm trying to find is the same one I mentioned to you earlier, and that's why I'm trying to find it and still wait for time by saying that.
I don't think I put it down, unfortunately.
Well,
So no, I mean it would have taken place. Hell, I'll just look in the DMs. I mean,
I have it. Brazen Pegasus.
you did not mention that. I would remember that
I did.
fucking.
No, I did.
I remember that.
Go look through your DMs again. It's there. It's called the Brazen Pegasus. It was when you were listening to Still Hiding in the Sea to
Oh
them,
yeah, I gotcha.
and it was the ship that they wanted to go and raid for.
Oh god, no, this is gonna fuck.
Anyway,
What? I'm ready to fuck. What?
yeah, no, lickable toads that are hallucinogenic in nature is what the guards believed was being carried into port. On,
My belief, but
Awesome.
yeah, Eldergars, though, a friend of mine, essentially.
Drugs.
Anyway, so he says that he basically wants to come right with you and stay with you the whole way, and he's asking where you're staying.
Well, our party's been split between two taverns at the moment.
And he says, which two?
Which two were they? I don't remember the names.
Thundering Lizard and Kaya's Repose.
Kaya's Repose.
Okay. Yeah, so I let him know.
Okay, so he says, all right, perfect. I'll meet you guys at the Thundering Lizard. And he basically booklines it right for Thundering Lizard.
Say, wait.
He
Do
stops.
you have maybe list of recommended supplies for us to stock up on today?
Oh, I'm sure he'll be fine. And basically, he wants to get going, and he's like, whatever.
Jeff, is that you?
You know,
Jeff,
He's,
Jeff the dwarf.
Yeah, no. He basically says, well, if you got food, whatever, you're probably set. Everything else we can find in the jungle. He's got to know how to look. And as he's walking away
he
from
has faith in our survival stats.
in his survival skills.
you.
I don't.
Hold on. Did any of you ask like what his abilities are?
No.
You should have asked him like what he's capable of.
I mean, he's just
What
going
his
to
skill
Thundering
set
Lizard.
is.
You could walk
Yeah,
with him if
I
you
mean,
want to.
we know where he is, and we have over 24 hours to forget about this and not ask.
Alright, so are you guys heading back to the taverns then at that point, or you guys wanted to go and interview more guides? Azon's standing there like, looks like you guys have found someone. Perfect.
He's a promising candidate. I would still like to talk with Salida.
Alright, that can be arranged. And he takes you up through, Ooh, I need to look at my map again. Basically takes you near the Colosseum. So it doesn't take that long to get there. But she's talking with Vivaldi. And
Oh,
Azon goes up, brings her out of Vivaldi's shop. and makes the introduction, and she gives you a sales pitch that's not her actual, like, the sheet that she put out, but it basically goes over all of the reasons why, or all of the ways in which she could help and be an assistant to your party, which quite literally is she's an excellent fighter. She's not afraid to put in some work on. She needs to paddle a boat of any kind. She is basically at your service if you pay her fee.
Why was none of this on the flyer that you sent?
Well, you gotta lure people. She basically explains her sales tactic of trying to put herself out in front of the other people and get more business that way.
How many expeditions have you actually led into the jungle?
She starts counting in her. She kind of looks up and starts counting in her head, whispering the words, and she responds with, many. Because it's taking her a while to count as well. The pause was quite long.
So,
One moment. Can I ask what you guys would be going into the jungle in search of?
I say, it's, let's just say it's a artifact that's of some importance.
Well, that's not very much help if I'm just going to be leading you through the jungle. You need to tell me what specifically we're looking for. I can't lead you in the right direction if I don't know what type of artifact or what variety or where you want to look.
Well, if we decide to hire you, I think we'll tell you more about it at that point.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant no offense. I was just trying to get a better picture for where we were going, so I could better explain how I might be able to assist in that endeavor.
I think, like, at this point, everyone would see that, like, I'm just, like, not excited to talk to her. I'll just basically leave Torenbar. I just wanted, like, my character wanted to make clear that, like, we're not telling her what it's we're looking for, because he doesn't trust her.
I guess I'm just kind of confused by this character and why she's apparently extremely talented and experienced, yet does not advertise that.
Okay, so she, because you had asked about this, right?
Yeah.
Directly. So effectively, what she was trying to convey was that flyers to get people to talk to her, not the other guides, so that they talk to her first, and then she can explain how all of this other stuff is beneficial to you in the actual person-on-person meeting, because she believes that in-person communication is far better for talking about the specific details of such adventures into the jungle. And basically, she says what she's trying to get at is that the flyer is just to get the attention, and that's mostly what it's there for, which it seems to have done its job. And then
I was gonna say I congratulate her on her tactic working and walk away.
So do I.
Okay.
I don't say anything, but I just follow Torenbar.
I also follow. Because Hank has no idea what we're looking for.
Yeah, because I guess you wouldn't have been able to read the flyers in this place.
Yes. Well, also, we don't know what we're looking for, other than the soulmonger.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to describe something where Hank just assumes it's magic.
It's a glowing ball of magic.
It's a thing that does stuff.
Yeah. My
Alright, so
whole
you guys
thought
heading
would
back to
be
the
just,
lizard?
you know, hey, we're not gonna hire her, but if someone else talks to her later, she might blab her mouth about what we're looking for.
Okay. So, what the heck? was that noise?
I was about to ask what that was.
That was I got a text.
That was someone's phone.
That was me.
Okay.
Sorry.
Good. Okay, so you guys eventually make it back to whichever tavern you'd like to go to.
We're going back to the Thundering Lizard, right?
I was
race
gonna say I'm
reasons.
gonna go back as opposed to let the other guys who actually are staying there deal with him.
Yeah. We also need to do some shopping, so.
Yes.
Okay, so are you making a pit stop at the Thundering Lizard or no?
When's the race? I assume
Tomorrow.
we should all go shopping
Tomorrow.
together and see if we
Yeah,
can haggle
I mean,
for
I would like to
discounts.
pick up the rest of the group so that we can go shopping together. Not
So
that
if you go to the
Orn
Thundering
and
Lizard, you will find.
Twilight have much money left, but
So Orn and Twilight are the two you would find at the Thundering Lizard. Vile is basically indisposed until the end of the day.
oh, okay. I guess
Wow,
we'll
what
go
time is
shopping
it now?
at
dinosaur
that
all
one.
day.
Yeah, Vile, I managed to spend a whole day.
Oh wow. Okay. Well.
Wait, what time is it now?
Probably 3 in the afternoon, 4 in the afternoon, something like that.
Okay, and I spent a good few hours at the Dino Pits.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And you made your way back. Yep. So Musharib is basically enjoying. You walk in. He's enjoying probably the biggest piece of meat you've ever seen and offered in front of one person. And he's basically chowing down on it. Not paying much attention to anything else that's going on. He probably didn't even notice you guys walked in.
What time was I supposed to get back to the Dino Pits in the morning?
Basically right away when you wake up. It's as early. Sunrise, I think, was what I had put
Okay.
down initially.
Yeah, so Orn and I are probably just hanging out at the tavern, looking over the.
I think Uber would have made it known that he was looking to go shopping.
Yeah. Hey guys.
Yeah, we'll wave to you as you walk in.
Okay. So,
Hey, friends.
have you guys met Musharib yet?
Who?
Musharib
Our guide.
basically says, "Hey!" in Dwarvish, but not. I mean, it's just a Dwarvish expression that's a greeting, and he's
Hello.
munching away. So he talks with his mouth full.
I wave
Oh,
back.
you found a guide.
Get in
Wonderful.
Dorvish. Hello.
Nods and goes back to his meat.
So, it looks like we're leaving tomorrow after the dinosaur race, so we need to do some shopping.
So Sharib perks up at that, and he says, "All right, I'm coming with." Basically leaves his meat on the table and jumps up and goes, "All right, I know just what we need." He takes off.
And what is it that we need?
Oh, you'll see. Easy enough. We'll find everything we need basically in the Grand Bazaar.
This guy
gonna
is
say,
overly vague.
I follow him.
On the way out,
Yeah,
I'm
just
gonna.
wander off.
I'll go over to his table, rip off a large chunk of his meat, and then follow out. And I'll be eating it on the way.
Why? Just take the thing.
I mean, is
I
it
say that in
giant?
character. Tell you to take it.
Busharib looks back at you and says, "Ah,
It looked tasty.
and he keeps walking.
I grab the other half and I toss it to Hank.
I say to him in Dorvish, just so you know, the cat is, he's not too bright. He's sort of like a child. He's a good guy, though. Good guy. Just, he can fight,
He
but...
looks to you, and with a deadpan expression, he goes, "I know."
Everyone's racist to the
Any-
dwarves because
any-
they're racist to everyone else.
So after he says, "I know," as you're walking along, he's no longer looking at you, but he's walking forward, and he says, he's basically describing to you how no one touches another dwarf's dinner. Everyone knows that unless they're a child. Child's the only excuse you have if you take someone else's food. If you ask me. He's basically disgruntled and mumbling this in Dwarvish all the way to the bazaar. Or not called the Grand Bazaar, is it? No. I made that. Made that name up. Grand Souk, that's what it is.
You're the DM. It's the Grand Bazaar now, right?
No, it's Grand Souk. It's always been the Grand Souk, and forever will be the Grand Souk.
Okay.
Gotta have that consistency. So, as you're going through the Grand Bazaar, the dwarf is basically pointing to every single thing that is here, and he's saying, you need that, you need 5 of those, 3 of these, 7 of those, and he's pointing to all kinds of various instruments and gadgets and gizmos and everything else that you can find in the bazaar. And he's doing this so quickly that you probably can't exactly tell what he's pointing at, but he's pointing at something, as you'd expect, like some elderly person that's just kind of waving at things. He's doing things in that manner. And he's doing this in Dwarvish. And after a while of this, he turns back and sees you guys aren't buying anything. And he, well, what's the holdup?
Say, well, first, we're on a budget. We just got hired to do this job, and we're not given much money to do it on. So, we're gonna have to keep it at the essentials.
Okay, well, you're gonna need food. You're gonna need insect repellent. You're gonna need probably something a little bigger than a water skin for water. Carry that around with you. It gets hot in the jungle. You gotta drink a lot. Stay hydrated. Fluids are important. Probably a rain catcher. Probably want one of those too.
We have a rain catcher. Is that good enough, or do we need multiple water skins?
Well, one for the whole party is not enough. It's not gonna catch enough water in a rainstorm. To have everyone's. I mean, you could probably get away with boiling it too if you don't want to buy another rain skin, but rain skin is definitely the easiest way to go. Don't want to get them
Out
throat
of
leeches.
character, I was planning on buying one of them.
Right.
Okay.
And he says throat leeches just casually.
Okay, so each one of us should have one. Okay. How many
Out of
days?
character, we do have purify food and water spells.
2 of us.
Yes.
I mean, blowing a spell slot on purifying food too. No. Anyway, you guys. But those are his absolute essential recommendations for buying things.
Okay.
You're going to be venturing into anywhere in Chult.
Okay. And then, how many days rations do you think we should buy?
Well, for here, we're going to be coming back to the city after we get my gauntlet. Let's see here. 5 days out, 5 days back. Got some number of days in there. Maybe about 30 days rations. You safe?
I'm sorry, what was that?
30 days rations, just to be safe. If side. Each.
We're gonna be hunting.
We're gonna be starving.
And he says, "Well, I mean, if you
Oh,
can't,
man.
if you can't afford that, you don't. I mean, we don't need rations every day. There's plenty of food in the jungle. I can point out what's edible and what's not."
We can do a bit of both.
Are you translating for us, by the way?
Yeah, he's not left Dwarvish since you've been talking to him.
Yeah, I'm translating
Yes.
to you guys.
He has been addressing you and only you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if
like
there's plenty
the,
of food to eat in the jungle, we could just do that. We don't need fancy rations for every day.
He thinks about it a while. A hunter. I like it, he says in common to you. He turns back to Uber, shakes his head side to side a little bit. Ah, children. Says in Dwarvish.
Yes, indeed.
Is there a penalty for not eating every day?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Sounds like it's
Okay.
pretty easy to find food in the jungle, though, right? As long as you don't
Yeah,
mind what it is.
He's been making it clear that it's not necessarily difficult as long as you know what's edible, what's not edible, what's poisonous, what's not poisonous, that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Which he would definitely be able to help you with.
Okay.
And how many water skins do we need per day?
He recommends that you guys have 2 gallons of water each per day, which I believe a water skin carries 1.
Yeah, so
You
2
have 2
Okay.
water skins, you're probably good to go.
Yeah, do. Nice.
Okay.
Oh god, I think that means I need 5 more water skins.
The poor tree.
I have to drink 4 times as much.
Oh jeez.
We're also on a boat for
Oh,
a good
boy.
chunk of this, so we should be okay for that at least.
Yeah, a boat in salt water, that'll be fine.
No, that's true. We are going on the ocean. You're screwed.
You hopefully won't need spell slots while you're on the boat. Purify food and drink. I mean, you can. Isn't that like a huge amount of water that you can do with that spell?
Not huge. Everything in like a foot radius.
Twice as much water, so 4 water skins a day.
You also note on the map that you're not going near any other rivers of Chult.
No, there's not.
That in mind?
And a good chunk of where we're hiking through too looks unforested.
Looks actually pretty fiery.
Oh,
And
poor Dad.
this
We're
entire
not gonna
time,
survive.
Yep, let's go into the volcano as a tree.
You're right. This entire time, he's been looking at the tree, wondering how the heck you're gonna make it. He's got kind of a blank look on his face whenever he looks at you. He shakes his head and can't believe that you're going on this expedition, but he's happy you are.
He must be so confused by our group.
He definitely looks it, but as soon as he looks into Uber, everything seems fine to him. So
You're his rock Uber. Don't let him down.
I died
Now
the
we
first
know
day in the forest.
Lord is
Watch.
the heart of the party now.
Oh man. Okay. Well, then I'm gonna be buying some stuff.
you guys need me to go over prices again, or do you have those?
I do not have them. For
Okay, 1 second.
Are we going to buy stuff for Vile too, or kind of every man for himself?
Well, you know that he doesn't have much money left.
we're gonna have to
Hey,
buy.
does not know that.
So, I need a rain catcher and 1 more water skin.
Yep, so Raincatcher I'll have for you guys in a second, and I'll get the water skins first. And then rations I think were 5 silver.
And then I
Okay.
need some bug stuff.
Alright, bug repellent I can get for you in a second also, because that's in the same place as the
Purify
as
food
the,
and drink
Raincatcher.
is 5-foot radius, so it's a 10-foot diameter circle. So we can just basically stack all the food there and then purify it once. And if you got multiple days worth of food, that would work for a while.
And
Water?
I'm going to give Lord most of the rest of the gold I have after that.
Whatever Lord buys, I buy.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna
so-
pick up an extra water skin and 8 more rations.
Water skin. Water skins are 2 silver pieces each.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
10 pounds of gear full, just alone. Fun.
No big deal.
How much does a single water skin weigh?
5 pounds full.
Damn.
And let's see here. You wanted insect repellent and the.
Rations are 1 gold each.
Rations are 5 gold temperature.
5
Five,
gold each.
Gold.
5 silver.
5 silver.
5 silver. Wow.
Oh,
geez,
okay,
gold.
good.
Well, Dad.
Yeah, economy's gone to shit since you guys were here last. Sorry.
Shit.
Welcome to
God.
Venezuela.
Welcome to Chult. Fluctuates daily.
No stability in these
Shit, I just
markets.
realized
What are
we
these
are in
princes
Venezuela.
doing? CNN, more at 10.
Rations 1 day, 5 silver pieces each. And
How many tents and bedrolls do we have, by the way? I have 1 tent and 1 bedroll.
I have a tent, and I believe I have a bedroll.
I have a
Yeah,
bedroll.
bedroll.
Yeah,
The-
bedroom.
I don't really need a bedroll.
think we
I
need
just
one more
stand
tent.
there.
Rain catchers cost 1 gold,
Okay, so I'll get one of those.
5 pounds. And insect repellent, if you get the salve, it's 1 gold piece and contains 20 applications. Mushari would say you'd want 1 or 2 of those for this expedition. He
And
says
I'll
the
do those.
the incense is fine for at night or if you're in town or whatever else, but if you're in the jungle, you tend to want to have the salve on you.
And that lasts for a whole day.
Yep, 24 hours per application. So basically 20 days worth is 1 gold piece. And then if you wanted to use the get the incense, it's 1 silver piece, and it lasts for 8 hours.
But that's not as good.
Musharib doesn't seem to think so, no. But he's also not covered in fur or wood.
Well, I mean, I bought the salve. It'll work.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna get.
How much does
you-
the
You
incense
did
cost?
tell me it would work.
Incense is 1 silver piece per. Yeah, I did. It will work for you as well. It's just your hair's gonna look matted and like you put gel in it or something. If you use the
Sweet
salve,
luck.
but it's 1 silver piece, and it lasts for 8 hours, and it's a 20-foot radius. Okay. Everyone got their stuff?
Not yet. Okay, so, 30 days of rations is 15 gold pieces.
Yep.
For anyone that's wondering. Okay, we need 1 more tent. Right? So,
Well, it's a 2-person tent. So you
Probably
want
2 more tents.
2 more tents
So-
we need?
Each Dragonborn needs
it's
their own, I
they're
think.
typically a two-person tent. Tree would have to have his own.
Well,
Use tents. Musharib doesn't think tents are worth it because I mean, unless you just want to try to avoid the rain, but you can just put your rain catcher over you at night, and that's enough.
well, I was gonna say we don't really need more than 2
Okay.
tents because I doubt we'll have more than 4 people actually like sleeping actively at a time because we were gonna want people on watch.
We have 1
So
tent
you'll
right now,
take turns.
right? Or do you have 2?
I
We have
one.
2.
We have 2. Okay. So if you wanted to buy 1 more, you could.
So the incense is a much better deal overall. Because it can affect everyone at the same time.
I would,
That's assuming you're all staying in a 20-foot radius, though.
yeah. One
Uh,
gold
I don't-
piece
I don't
is
like that
20
if-
days of repellent for 1 person.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be all gross in my fur.
I'll get another tent.
The tent. Do you know the price of that too?
2 gold.
2 gold. All right. I believe you.
Okay, so I'll buy 1 more water skin. All right. How many rations are people buying?
I'm buying what you're buying, man.
I'm probably only
Well,
gonna
I'm
do
probably
like a
going to
week's
be
worth, and I'll
buying
just-
rations for me and for Karangar since he's not here.
Oh
and
god.
we're not going to have time to stop for food tomorrow.
I'm probably just gonna eat whatever's in the jungle and deal with eating
So
bugs or whatever
from
it
what
is.
I hear, Hank is gonna have.
Yeah, Hank's going to have
should
2
get
people's
some
worth of
rations.
2 people's
Hang on
worth
for a
of
sec, give half the
rations.
meat.
So, okay, so that's fine. I'll buy, that's, 33 gold pieces and 2 silver pieces for water skin, 2 jars of bug repellent, 30 days,
Do
or
I see-
60 days of rations, and 1 water catcher.
Do I see any tabaxi pins in the market?
No. They're pretty much all Chultian human.
Have I seen any around the town at all?
Because they probably would have captured your attention immediately, you would have gone to talk to them. I wouldn't say so.
Okay, because I want to ask what the other tabaxi use for salve, or if they need it or not.
Tell you what, you may have seen one or two that could have answered that question, but they would have had their hair basically looking like gel, and they would have been basically coming directly from the jungle.
All right.
Well-
fine.
They also, so their dress is also much more tribal than you're accustomed to. Thinking like grass skirts and leaf hats. So you would get the impression that they had made this salve themselves, and were using their own creation.
Oh. And I noticed that.
Yeah, you would also notice them selling it to the people that you're buying it from.
Was it cheaper from them?
Yes, but they're not authorized to sell to you. And that was made very clear, despite whatever you were trying to say to them.
Who are they authorized to sell to?
The people that are underneath one of the merchant prince's authority.
Oh, all right.
Monopolies suck.
Oh, so they sell directly to they're the suppliers that sell directly.
Yes.
Got it.
And the so basically
We bought their salve from the merchants.
yes.
Yep.
And because they are happy with their deal, they are very unlikely to break it. Is what the impression you would have gotten from them would be.
Hey, Mushara, is there a way to make the salve in the jungle if we are out there for longer? Say we get delayed?
You know, I'm sure there is. That's just not something that's in my skill set to do. You'd have to be probably trained in Baxi aren't really generally willing to give up their secret very easily. I'm not sure any of the other guides know either.
Oh, so it's the thing to only tabaxi make.
Seems to be that way. It seems like it's a very
formulated to be fur compatible then.
So the hairdos of the Chultian they get creative.
They have like
with
80s
it.
punk rock hair.
Definitely do.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah. So they use it. They basically use it as a gel and an insert at the same time, and they have their hair very unique. Let's put it that way.
There you go, Twy. You just need to commit some cultural appropriation.
Mm. And the incense
Pink
doesn't
likes
really
their
do the
hair.
job well.
Well, the tabaxi would have been also handling the incense, but that's not something they necessarily are unique.
I asked
It's like not
Mushara
unique to
that.
them, but they also would be selling that to the merchants.
Okay,
I
and I
get
asked
the
Mushara,
impression-
does the incense not do the job well enough?
Guardian, exactly that.
Oh
No,
gosh.
the incense is fine. You would get so they would tell you that either one will work for you, and they would give you the rebellious punk rocks of well, if you really wanted to use it, you probably could.
I get the impression the incense is like the convenient stuff for the people who live in the city, or the edges of the city, and the salve is what you really want.
Yeah, so like incense is the tiki torch replacement of Chult. You would, yeah, probably
Yeah,
accurate.
is it like a flame, or it just has to be smoldering somewhere on the outside of my pack? Actually, that sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, it's a lit. So
Sounds
if you
like
light,
that
if you
catches
light the
fire.
fuse, I mean incense candle, and you put it in your backpack.
Oh, it's like a candle. It's not like an incense stick that.
No, it's an incense
sits-
stick. It's effectively like a punk. Only which
Like the liquid kind or the lit kind?
like the kind you stick in that's like on a stick, and you stick it somewhere, and you light it, and it gives off a
Oh.
smell. Only it's not. In this case, it's odorless and just repels bugs.
All right, fine.
I mean, no, put it in your backpack.
I mean, it's basically a lit fuse at that point, and whatever you put in there
I
that's
was gonna
flammable.
just have it like sticking out the back of my backpack, walking around all day, but
That's
All right.
probably-
Just stick
honestly,
it behind your
basically
ear.
That's probably fine. It's I mean, It's not like it's a fuse, and it'll probably go out in the rain anyway, if I'm honest with you.
That's fine. I don't think I can afford 30 days worth of incense anyways.
Alright, any other
Okay.
shopping needs to be done?
Yeah, could I buy spell supplies?
You can probably find that here. What do you need?
Just what I need to, if I have to cast my, my, whatchamacallit spell for my raven, my find familiar spell.
Right. What's the actual text next to it?
Did I accidentally push that? I did. It's just, I don't know, 10 gold pieces worth of stuff. Charcoal,
Worth of what,
incense, and
though?
herbs.
Charcoal.
Okay, charcoal. Yeah, that stuff you're able to easily find.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna buy some of that too.
Mm-hmm. So also in the future, I'm good if you want to cast a spell like that. Just deduct the gold cost. I'm assuming you bought it before you went out.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, what
cool.
spell were you talking about?
Find
Because I'm not going to keep
familiar.
right.
Yeah, because I'm going to be casting the same spell as soon as I level.
Yep. So I'm going to assume that
Okay.
that if you just take it out of your sack or out of whatever gold you have at the time, even if you haven't been into the city since you last raided it, that you just as long as you deduct that, you're fine.
Okay, cool.
I'm not too worried about being super stickly about that particular resource.
Okay.
Minus that, you actually just as long as you deduct the gold cost, I'm okay with it.
So in Dorvish, I ask Musharib, you know, hey, I have a little more extra gold than I thought I would left over. What else do you suggest I get for this trip? For
He
this
looks at you.
expedition.
You're gonna probably want some armor. We're going into combat.
You know me, I do the spells.
Ah.
I don't
he
do the
looks at you.
stabbing.
He looks at you, and the look that's on his face is, and I thought we had so much in
So
common.
much disappointment.
It's not so much like immediately disappointed. It's just I don't know how to respond to that. Like it's not something that he, whatever. He's basically like, nah, whatever.
I was like, the big guys do the hitting. The big guys do the hitting. You know.
And he looks at you. You're a big guy.
Oh no, even for him, I'm probably short.
So,
You probably are. He still said the same thing.
Yeah.
is there any,
It's the strength of spirit that matters.
That is true.
He says.
That is true.
Like, actually, serious and deadpan.
is
Go
there
ahead,
any,
Tree.
like, fire repellent stuff available?
Water. A lot of water.
Stand behind the gold dargans.
I'm gonna get more water skins.
It is a
I'm gonna
jungle
have
rainforest.
So much water.
How many water skins are you having so I can know how much you're weighed down? Even though you're really strong, it probably doesn't matter.
Well, I'm just gonna jump up to a full 10.
10 water skins?
Yeah.
50
100
pounds worth of
50
water?
pounds.
Yes.
Holy shit.
And I have a rain catcher.
So, Raincatcher's not going to fill all those up.
I know,
No.
which is why I have enough water skins that, like, I'll be able to hopefully stretch it a bit. And then I can also take in water from my surroundings.
Why not just do two? Oh, okay.
Smart
You do just like a main
emergency water dousing water.
Should I just get extra rain catchers? We need multiple rain catchers anyway, don't we?
Everyone bought one.
Pretty sure
Yeah, we each need
Tarngar
our own.
bought at least one.
Tarngar bought
I'll grab
one.
a second one just in
I
case.
bought one.
Okay. Alright. After that, so you were asking if there's anything else you thought you might want?
Mm-hmm.
He's thinking. Got any fishing tackle? He says after thinking for a while.
I do not.
Ah, I've got a great store in mind, and he takes you off and do 1 gold piece for fishing tackle.
Ooh, I'll buy
Okay.
some of that.
Yeah, I'll buy it.
And he takes you into another spot, and he says, "There's some traps over here for if you want to trap anything out there for food. Those are 5 golds a piece."
How else am I gonna get fish to draw?
Okay.
You are rightfully ignored.
Yep. He points to a shovel. I want one of those.
Where we're headed, what type of food source is most abundant? Would it be fruits or fish, or do we need a trap? If I could only afford one.
I'll be honest with you. If everyone else has one, you'll be fine. Just save your money. You'll be okay. Pats you on the head like you're a little kid.
I show him my 1 week's worth of rations. Is this about enough?
Looks at you, looks back to the party, like just a look of disbelief. Looks back to you and says, "I'm sure we'll be fine."
Okay.
And then when he's walking away, he just kind of motions his hand across his neck a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like he points his thumb to the fact that it's walking away from him, and then he puts a hand against his throat.
I
And he
just
shrugs.
I just like sigh deeply. Like a twy got twy. Here's 15 gold pieces. Go buy as much rations as that buys.
Oh, thank you. I don't think I could carry all those, though. That's 30 days worth of rations, right?
Have Orn carry it for you then. He's a big guy.
By the way, ration.
Okay.
It's like a ration.
I'm up to about 100 pounds already, by the way.
I don't even know. I didn't put in a weight, but I'm carrying 60 rations at the moment.
Oh, jeez.
Because I'm carrying for me and and
I'm
Karen
pretty
guy.
sure I can help with that.
Yeah.
You guys would be loaded down with freaking gear. But then the last thing he says is if you should get an iron pot to boil water in case we can't.
I have
find
a
any
mess
rain.
kit.
Yeah, I have a mess kit as well.
You might want something bigger for boiling down water, though.
Yeah.
He's pointing to a large iron pot that's like gold.
I could probably boil water. Anyway, with let's see.
How big is the pot that's in a mess kit?
It's a mess kit,
personal
so
one.
it's gonna be like a bowl, more like a bowl, you know, or a little small cooking pot. It's not gonna be.
So maybe a quart at a time you can boil.
Yeah.
The pot is a 1 gallon pot.
Contains a cup and simple cutlery. One side of the
so-
box can be used as a cooking pan, and the other as a plate or shallow bowl.
Okay, so the bowl's not gonna. You're probably not gonna be able to boil in that bowl then, because it's probably made of ceramic and gonna crack under the heat. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Ceramic is tougher
I
than
already
that.
have a ceramic mess kit.
Not ceramic.
Can you
Ceramic
really
is.
boil ceramic? Or boil in ceramic anyway?
You can put ceramic in fire and boil. Yes, because ceramic is heat resistant. But
I'll just use the
It's
burning
probably-
hands attack on.
have the water.
Just flame the.
No, so if you guys want to be able to boil water, I'm gonna probably say you're gonna need a pot. Want to be able to boil water?
Well, I'm just gonna guess that if it comes
Uber,
to
you
that.
have 120 pounds of rations on you right now.
How much does rations weigh
2 pounds
each?
each day.
2 pounds? Damn.
That's a buff gnome.
According to the rules, it can carry as much as a normal human can carry, even though
Well,
I'm smaller
you're-
size.
Your carrying capacity for weight is
Yeah, I'm over
strength
carrying
score
capacity.
times 15.
You're
What's your
encumbered?
strength?
-1. Yeah, I'm
No, your
over
strength
carrying
score, not
capacity.
your strength modifier.
So 9 or something?
9. It's 9. Yeah. I'm over carrying capacity according
No,
to.
you can carry
You
135
can carry
pounds.
135.
Yeah, and I'm at 168 with the rations now.
How wow, you
How
got
much
a
did
lot of
rations weigh again?
fish.
2 pounds each.
Jesus
my
Christ, these
God.
rations are huge.
What are the encumbrance rules
you
again?
want me to carry some of those for you?
Yeah, definitely.
How much do crossbow
Like,
bolts
I'll
weigh?
pass.
Give me half of those to give to Violet.
Oh,
Yeah.
I should probably tell you that.
How many is that?
30.
20 crossbow bolts is 1.5 pounds.
I can take more than that if necessary.
I'm back below.
I can carry over 200 pounds. So.
Well, I might pass more on
Actually,
to you later, but right now I'm at
He's just hanging bags off of his chiz.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. I'm at 108 pounds right now.
Hold on, I gotta look up the treant rules. Because I
feel
can
like I might be
carry
For now,
large-
I'm gonna assume
Down
that if you
crossbows.
distribute your gear between amongst you, that the carrying capacity is probably fine, as long as it's distributed amongst you.
Yeah.
So moving on. It is getting late. So probably retire for the night, unless you want to stay up all night and party with Musharib.
No, I'm gonna rest.
Because Musharib is enjoying his alcohol.
I'm sure he is.
Yep.
I'm
And
a
then,
wizard. I'm very careful about my sleep.
All right. So
You don't actually need the full 8 hours of sleeping. It's just 8 hours of light activity.
Yeah, I know, but he's safe.
we're going to sleep.
Did anyone buy a pot then?
What?
I did not
Did
buy
anyone
a pot.
buy a pot?
I didn't buy a pot.
Alright, I'm gonna buy a
how
pot
does
and give it.
Hank-
I'll buy it and give it to Orn.
So what's that? Iron pot? How much does
Iron
that
pot.
weigh?
I believe 20?
20 pounds. It's a big cast iron pot.
Oh my god.
Cauldron.
What's
10
the pot?
pounds. 10 pounds for
10
an iron pot.
pounds. Yep.
167.
Okay, so we can move along here. Vile walks in at this point in time. To anyone who's in the Thundering Lizard.
Oh yeah, we need to make sure we have the 50 gold pieces to make the trip.
Yeah, you definitely do.
50 what?
50 gold
You
pieces
didn't mention this.
for the entire group.
For the way out.
I can pay 10 of that.
Hank
more.
has 17, but he doesn't know that.
Okay.
I thought it was just you don't know how to count or read, not count.
Uber, I'll give you
No,
10
He
now.
has difficulties.
He's very consistently since the start of the campaign been unable to handle money.
I suppose.
Uber, I'll
Like,
give you
every
10
time
gold
he's
back.
bought something,
You're giving
he
me
has...
that back? Okay. You didn't buy
has
rations?
minutes.
Rations?
I bought some.
Okay.
I didn't want the weight. Hold on.
Okay, so
So I walk in. Where is
You walk in.
Turmbar? Is Turmbar in the Thundering Lizard?
up to him.
I can be, yes.
I think we're all
Okay.
there, yeah.
So I knew that he tried to cast a command spell on me a while back, or he tried to do like it's just that it failed. Or since I passed my wisdom
yeah,
save,
so he was way back at the pit, so it's been a
Ye-
few days.
I know that he could do something like that in character knowledge at this point.
Yep.
I'm just gonna walk up to Turmbar if he's kind of like so that when you tried to get me out of that pit that last time, is that something you can just do on command?
Well, not quite on command, but yes, I'm able to do that.
So does it work with only people, or does it work with animals as well?
They have to understand what I'm saying.
So like I could, so like so I could just have you say, and it's a one word thing, right?
Yes.
What were the commands that I learned from my T-Rex? I'm asking Green. Out of
Sorry,
character.
say that one more time.
What were the commands? What were like the verbal commands I learned from my T-Rex?
They would have been similar to what people in an Iditarod would say to their sled teams, so not really sensible language.
But a single word.
Mush,
At some
Rex,
point.
mush.
So you would at this point you would probably know that what those commands were. They're more grunts than actual words. They also tend to involve a kick of some kind,
I mean, but
or,
that,
a,
but
or
that,
a way to hold the reins to also reinforce the command.
because it has to be able to understand the language, right? Guardian.
There you go.
So it's it is not language that you were given. It was a set of commands. So it's not the same thing as what that spell requires, I don't think.
I mean, but it would understand it though. Oh yeah,
If it doesn't
the language.
understand the language spoken in,
That's
or
right,
if the
that's-
command is
Right,
directly harmful, it
because-
won't
So
affect.
here's the way that I would rule that in rule speak. Because it is not a formal language, it will not apply here. Or it won't work the way you want it to. That's
I like where
strictly
your
because
head's
it's not
at,
a formal
though.
language.
Yeah, no, it should probably work, but fucking whatever.
I mean, if you tried to cast command and tell it to do something that it knows the. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Is like
command
I just
for,
that is I just give it a command. I just
Right, but
tell
the
Guardian a
so
command.
The command is I just got done saying this. The command is not just a word. It's also a way that you either have to kick it or direct the reins. There's a combination of things that have to happen
Okay.
with the command in order for it to really understand what you're trying to get at. You probably would have realized, Vile, that just yelling at the beast the command was not enough, and Empiro would have been giggling as you tried to do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Never mind
So,
then.
yeah, it's I wasn't trying to say that I get the idea that if it can understand the word and if it's just the word, that's true, right? But there's a whole coordination of things that's happening when you're doing Control the Beast, which also is why there's an animal handling check involved.
Do I like forever test? I still have the land vehicle proficiency, and that applies to at least horses and stuff of the like.
Right, but this is a.
It's
exotic
just this
mount?
land vehicle. I've been out here before. I like.
So what is the phrasing on the proficiency?
It's a non-standard proficiency. Hold on.
Right, that's why I want to know what the phrasing is, because if it says you get advantage on something, I'll probably consider it, but I don't know exactly what the phrasing is. If it's all movement based, which I think is what it is, then it's not going to apply here probably.
55 vehicle proficiency. If you have proficiency with a certain kind of vehicle, land or water, you can add your proficiency bonus to any check you make to control that kind of vehicle in difficult circumstances.
Yeah, just Google that.
I'll let you add your proficiency to your animal handling.
Okay, yeah, that's all I was asking. Is do I get that bonus? It's just one I get from being a
If you already are
soldier.
proficient in animal handling, like it's added
It is.
once.
I am not
Okay.
proficient in animal handling. So it's
So for this, because it is a mount, will allow you to add your proficiency to it. That is fine.
okay. Sweet. That's all I wanted to know.
Yep.
I'm also gonna, since I've been away all this time, I'm just gonna talk to the group, telling them that yeah. So I have a possible lead for some guide and provisionings from an old friend in the Zentarum. I'm gonna go check that out tomorrow after the races, and I don't know how much it might cost us. It might, it might be an old favor. I have no idea.
At this point, a dwarf walks up behind you, clasps you on the shoulder, and says, "Funny joke, friend. We're leaving
Can you
tomorrow
reach
night."
my shoulder?
I mean, he definitely was like jumping to reach it, probably, but he definitely.
So I kind of like sag down a bit. Like,
I can just imagine this put dwarf jumping to reach the shoulder of a 6'4" dragonborn.
Yeah, and he slaps your shoulder as he does
Considerable
that.
jump.
would the posters have had an image of him on it?
Yeah,
Yep.
they did.
Oh, you're Musharib, aren't you? I see that we were already planned. I see that my friends have already talked to you, and it seems like you've got everything under wraps. Do we need to prepare anymore, or what's your plan? I guess?
Karangar, hi.
We're,
So you met Musharib. Yes, we did shopping today. Bought you some food. We leaving tomorrow after the race.
At this point, I hand Turambar. Do I have the right
Karangar.
one?
Karangar.
Karangar
At this
is
point,
made
I hand Karangar 60 pounds of rations.
60. Jeez, what is my max carrying rate?
you can eat that. Don't worry about it.
And how much does rain catcher cost?
Well, the thing
Or
is, I already have a
weight?
rain catcher. I already have a water skin and bedrolls and 10 other rations. So
It's 30 rations at 2 pounds each.
Oh yeah, how much do crossbow
Okay,
bolts
so
weigh?
I'll give you
1.5 pounds
give you
for 20.
10 rations for now.
Yeah,
So
okay.
10 rations, and I'll hold the rest.
it makes you move fast. I could probably shoulder a bit of weight. I'm pretty decently strong, not nearly as strong as fucking Turambar, but
Okay.
fucking-
I can carry 450 pounds.
Anyways, so back to Musharib. I'm gonna ask him. So, what's your plan then? How are we planning to leave here?
Well, your friends kindly helped me reclaim Mordane's Gauntlet. I hope you're joining us. We could use more strength.
Oh,
on this
gladly.
expedition.
Could go and kill something right now. I need to take my mind off of the past 6 months.
Man, finally, someone after my own heart. And he raises his arms in the air with fists raised, and he's shouting this. He slaps you on, I guess, your butt at that point because he's just standing next to you.
In the back of your leg.
Yeah, basically. And he explains his whole plan that he has this whole thing planned out. He does mention the brazen Pegasus.
Yeah, as soon as he mentions the brazen Pegasus, like, oh no.
Brazen, I should say.
Brazen Pegasus.
Brazen Pegasus. Yep. He says
Yeah.
he got you guys a special deal with the captain. 10 gold pieces per day.
I'm gonna go look at Lord Archibald real quick, and just like, excuse me, can I have a word with my esteemed friend right here, real quick?
Sure. Yes.
Which?
Lord Archibald. I'm just because he's kind of like the person who'd take the lead on this, and just like we're gonna go into a corner. So I have word that when the fucking Pegasus is gonna get to port, they assume that there's some smuggling goods on there, and they're gonna confiscate the ship. I don't know how you want to. I don't even know if we should tell your friend that.
Okay, so Vile, slight correction. They said specifically they were going to confiscate the cargo, not the ship.
But they're also probably going to arrest the captain if they confiscate the ship. If they confiscate the cargo.
If they find anything, maybe.
Yeah,
That's a strong implication.
I'm just basically going to, say that that's a decent possibility, and if that's the case, we might have a ship without a captain. And just, we'd be ready for that circumstance. And should we tell Musharib? Because I don't want to. I mean,
yeah. So, what's your passive perception?
mine,
Both of you.
13.
11.
So, guys don't notice Musharib has been standing next to you listening into this conversation, and
Jesus.
I literally just rolled a stealth check, and it's above that. So, he basically the reason why you notice him now is because he bursts out laughing at the thought of the captain of the Brazen Pegasus being captured.
Well, at least he's confident.
Yeah, he claps you on the side.
Like, oh,
They've
Jesus.
been smuggling things in and out of this port since longer than those people have probably even been born. Oh man.
So I like kind of just counting on my hand tens of years that I've known the guy. So just maybe.
Well, you know that the captain's a gnome, and you know that he's a dwarf. They live a lot longer than humans.
That's true. No, I'm not a human. I'm a dragonborn.
And
The
what's your
guy I know
lifespan?
is a dragonborn.
And what's your lifespan?
I think it's like 200 and something years. 200 and... I don't know, actually.
I believe it is 80 years.
Oh,
Pretty
wait.
sure it's the
There you go.
same.
80 years. Never mind. Fuck it.
You short-lived.
Maybe I think it's
races.
3.5. I think 3.5, it's a lot older. But yeah. That's fine. Okay. I mean, like, I'm glad you... Shit, I'm glad you're not worried. I don't want to be delayed out of here, but, yeah.
What? I bet they think this time it's toads or something. Those don't even exist.
Chuckle a little bit. I'm not gonna let him know.
Yeah, it's a damn.
All right, so you guys trying to get for the evening then? Or?
Yeah, I'm gonna rest because I need to fucking be ready for tomorrow.
And I have a quick conversation with Vile.
We have a quick conversation
that we
between
did in
you
the
and
DM
I.
chat.
And then you walk up to the guy and give me your performance check.
Yes. And Tree, can I have guidance on me?
Sure. So you get an extra D4.
So guidance. What is the?
It's a cantrip. It gives an extra D4 to.
So how are you offering him guidance to perform better?
Good firm slap on the butt.
You touch one willing creature once before the spell ends. The target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one ability
Okay, so
check.
this is more of like a religious.
Flavor.
So it's not anything.
It's
that's
a
like
divine thing.
Yeah,
Be
okay,
all
never mind.
that you can be.
What is the what is the duration of the spell though?
A minute.
Yeah, so basically, if he's gonna start performing, this would be to get the.
Oh, I saw. I thought he was doing
the,
it for
the
tomorrow.
bartender
My
is
bad.
asking
Yeah.
for a demonstration of his ability to perform. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so add 3 to this.
Ooh.
Woo!
This isn't the Thundering Lizard, right? So it's really
The
loud.
bartender looks at you and says, "It was very good. Keep practicing. That'll be 5 silver."
All right.
I know the bartender, right? I've been here a lot, so I'm just give him one more chance. He's good for it, I swear. It's just he's not used to playing in such a, I don't know, rowdy establishment.
He
It's more-
shoots you a stare that says, "This is not your business. This is my business. For the last time, stop trying to tell me how to run it."
I would never have actually told him how to run it. That is completely not in my character. This has been the only
No,
time I'd
no, but
recommend
you did
something
this
like
time,
that.
And that's the glare he shot at you.
Yeah,
Give
you
him the
burned
5 silver.
down your bar.
Turnbar says that. Turnbar's getting a fist to the
I
face.
did not say that. What?
All right. Anyway,
Wait,
And then real
did
fast,
Turnbar say that in character? I'm curious.
how much does the Raincatcher weigh? And which are we using the encumbrance variant or just the normal max capacity?
I haven't looked at the encumbrance rules. If I'm honest with you, I wasn't expecting that they
Okay,
would be
so
that
just max
relevant, and apparently it is. So yeah.
Let's not do encumbrance rules.
Anyway,
I mean, if we
um,
weren't in roll 20, no one ever does them if we're not in roll 20 because it's too
True.
too much to keep track of.
Right. Okay. So, turning in for the night. Yes. No.
Yes.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
Okay.
as long as fucking Turnbar didn't say character, else we might have a bar brawl on our hands.
Yeah. He probably didn't.
I wouldn't know.
Oh, that's true. You wouldn't know.
Anyway, those of you staying in the Thundering Lizard silver pieces tonight. Those of you staying in the Kaya's House of Repose, 1 gold. And it'll be the next day as soon as you guys let me know you're ready.
How many
Oh,
silver
man.
pieces? I'm just gonna stay in the place everyone's
5.
at now. 5? Okay.
Because we don't have any money.
Yeah, I'll spend
Yeah,
an
I'm
hour
staying
with
where everyone
Orin,
else is.
as part of our long rest reading the book again.
So, just out of curiosity, do you guys have enough money to pay for 5 days on this boat?
I mean, I just have like 19 gold left. So
I have
that's
So
17.
there's- Okay, so
I have 8.
there's
We need 50 gold total, right?
for the trip out. Yes.
oh yeah, you guys
Yeah.
told
How
me.
much
I'm
do you
gonna-
have, Uber?
55 gold. Not that you guys would know that, but yeah.
Uber actually is the rich boy of the party.
Well, yeah, because he got those gems.
'Cause
The
he
rice
claimed
bag.
the quest.
Okay, well, I gave you the 10 gold back. So,
Yeah, which is why I
Okay.
have 55.
if you ask for more, I've got a little bit more. But
So, you guys, those of you who are in the race, wake up extra early to get there in time. What are the rest of you doing during the race? You guys just gonna watch it, or do you have other things you wanted to do?
I'm just gonna get a beer and watch it.
All right.
Yeah, thanks. Fun watching it.
Okay, have a
Almush
brewski.
Reeves basically sits right next to you, probably uncomfortably close,
Yeah.
and is going to be commenting on the race the entire time. And he's definitely got money on Badu's
I'd-
favorite. To
I'd
win
like
this one.
to stand near Musharib so I can just ask him about the dinosaurs and the races and all.
So the race, how long do something I would have asked is how long do these races normally last? Are they like 10 minutes? Are they, because it looks like it's only 300 feet, that it's not that long of a race.
Well, so so I need to explain something. The 300 feet is an abstract number. It's purely just for the rules so that it ends eventually.
okay.
Yeah, you're going around the city.
Yeah, you're going basically all around the city, and the race lasts. By the time you guys get set up on the track, everything's ready to go. All of the dinosaurs are all set up and everything else like that. It's probably around 10, 11 o'clock ish.
All right, if that's the case, I'm gonna pocket.
Into the afternoon.
If that's the case, I'm just gonna pocket a bit of dirt.
Bit of dirt. You got
A bit
it.
of dirt.
All right. So the way that this is gonna work is everyone's gonna control a dinosaur for the race. Please try to win.
Neat.
So who wants Ubato's favorite? Triceratops.
I want banana candy.
I'll take it then.
It doesn't.
So
Oh
I
no.
don't think banana candy is there.
I have big honker. No, banana candy is there.
Oh, it is. Okay. So
And I have
sorry.
big honker, and then
I
what
have
is
Ducky.
yours? Oh, you have Ducky. Okay.
Yeah, the Allosaurus.
Also, like under my breath, very shortly, I'm gonna do a quick cast of Long Strider on Big Honker.
So I need a description of that spell to see if it actually does anything.
It increase. Oh my god, I don't like. I'll just get you a fucking link for it. God damn it.
It should
Just
be
put
on
it
your
into
character sheet.
Roll20 and you can just click it.
Just search it in Roll20. You touch a
With-
creature, that target speed increases by 10 feet until the spell ends.
And it's an hour-long spell.
And components are just
A pinch of dirt. VSM.
Pinch
a pinch
of dirt,
dirt.
VSM.
Okay.
It'd be like again, just gonna be like looking kind of ritualistically sprinkling
So
a bit of dirt
give
on
me a
it.
sleight of hand check for the actual hand motions for that.
I'm legitimately just like throwing a bit of dirt over him.
Right. I just want to make sure that no one noticed.
Yeah, people are gonna notice. But
Nope.
the thing is, I'm
No,
doing
they
it
didn't,
ritual.
actually.
Nice.
It was
I was, doing,
Nice. Fuck.
I was doing it ritualistically anyway, like so that people would just assume, oh, it's his racing ritual sort of thing.
Well, yeah. No. You pass.
Then
like,
you'd be
you pass
crouched
this
there
off
for-
exactly.
No, just
Exactly
like
what you wanted
just like a spring. Okay,
So he has feet of
plus-
extra speed.
but 10 feet of extra speed. That's my. And that's a. I'm gonna have to mark that off my spell list too. Just gotta do that real quick.
Okay. By the way, you get the idea that after you cast the spell, Tyrannosaurus Rex definitely notices that it's feeling a little bit stronger, a little bit more powerful, and it's getting very antsy to race, and it is shaking and kind of waving back and forth in its pen. Its legs are going up and down.
Whoa boy, whoa boy.
Right. So back to setting this up. Ubato's favorite. Who wanted to control it?
I'll take it. Turn bar.
Rimbar. Okay. And banana candy was tree.
Yep.
What's the little guy on the end? Doesn't have a name.
Is that the Deinonychus?
Yeah, the Deinonychus is Jungle Princess, and I didn't display the name. It'll be there in a second. By Horn.
I'll be Jungle
Jungle Princess.
Princess.
was-
As we're preparing for the race, I'll look over at Karangar and give him a nod.
Controlled by Lord. And then Hank, you get the last one there, the Deinonychus.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
kind of dino is banana candy?
Banana candy, I believe is a hadrosaur. Let me double check that. Yes, hadrosaurs.
Cool.
You. Why is that glitchy? It's like,
Sweet. Head start.
So I don't suppose that there was like somewhere to place bets on these or anything.
oh yeah, there's a bookie right next to you guys.
I mean, not that I would.
Was it the same
Okay.
book we saw in the Gladiator Arena?
Exactly the same one. In fact, she's sitting right next to Lord.
Oh,
it goes
Lord's
Lord.
just so cool. Everybody's
It
sitting
goes
by
the bookie,
Lord.
Lord, Usharib, right next to each other, and Orin sitting right behind them, listening in on everything they're saying.
No, Orin, remember, Orin, because Orin's fucking tall. There's like an entire blank
Yeah,
spot
he's
behind him.
offering shade.
Yeah.
Well, nobody can sit
for
behind
that
him
shit.
though.
Charge
Sunday in
for
the
it.
Jungle, man.
Nobody can sit behind him though, or else they're not gonna get a good view. It's like a fucking tall person sitting in front of you at the movies.
Here, so you are hasted, kind of.
Hasted is a completely different
That.
spell that is much stronger.
Well, right. Okay. So,
How the fuck is Jungle Princess up there already?
so
Jesus.
the way this is work is you guys are all gonna have just you're gonna roll an initiative, whatever your initiative is. That's fine, and I'll try to add it to the turn order. But go ahead and do that for me.
Just flat d20s for everyone.
Whatever your actual initiative modifiers are is fine. It's not gonna matter a whole bunch. make sure you actually click on your thing first.
Oh,
I can
man,
see
about
my,
time I roll a good one.
I can see my love of rolling poorly is happening again. Why'd you roll twice?
Wow. It's the first time I didn't click on
I
it.
didn't have the
So
token selected. I
19
didn't
versus
realize
20.
it
I don't
was-
think that matters right now. See here, we have all 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean, everybody
Someone's still
rolls
missing.
somewhat poorly.
I think we're missing Thunder, Hank.
I rolled. That was
Yeah,
the
did you
first one.
click
Right,
on
but you need to click on the actual thing before you
token?
do it.
Because you're rolling initiative for
Oh.
that token.
Yeah. All right.
Go.
What was your first roll?
6 was my first roll.
Mark that. All right. For this. Okay, so the way this works is going to work in rounds. Each round, you guys will give me a handling check. Whatever your character's animal handling score, that's what you're going to end up using for this, even if you're not actually one of the riders. Just because that's easy enough to randomize and make it work for the race. You roll an animal handling check, and I will tell you if you advance or not, and I'll tell you how far you advance down the track. First one across 300 feet. Actually, get ahead of 300 feet, so like 310 feet. If you get there, you win. If you get there first. If a dinosaur is within 50 feet of you linearly, you can attack that dinosaur. I will give you what stats you would want to use for that.
The T-Rex.
Yeah, so if your dinosaur, and even if you don't make your animal handling check to move, your dinosaur can still attack. But if your dinosaur drops to half or less hit points, something happens. I need to know about it.
Okay. Well,
Right.
what is? I mean, you will know. Oh, you will know. Actually, no. I see it. It's the green box, right?
Yeah, the green box. That's
What's
where
the
you will-
blue box?
Blue box is your AC.
Okay. Neat. Quick question just beforehand. Because I'm riding my mount, would I be able to cast shield on my mount if it was attacked?
Shield is only if you get attacked.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
I
saying.
don't
That's what I'm
think
saying.
that's
That's what I'm saying is if it's because it's a mount.
So because of how that works, I'm gonna say that shield works for you and not your dinosaur.
Don't have
Okay.
enough magic on your dino already?
Hey, man.
Okay.
Let's see.
So
If you had mounted combatant, you could.
I think that. I mean, that's fair. So.
right. So starting this race off, Ducky, give me a animal handling check. Jesus Christ.
All right.
Ooh.
You do not make your animal handling check. Oh, sorry. Last thing too. So that roll will stay as your first one if you wanted to use this. Christ, but I just forgot about it before you started. You are able to lash your dinosaur, and you get advantage on the roll. And if you make the check after that, it moves faster. So you can either move at normal speed and roll without lashing, or you can try to lash and make the check with advantage.
Is there
But
any
if-
negative
Faster.
to lashing?
If you miss by more than 5, something could happen. So yes, there is
Ah.
a
Okay.
downside to repeatedly hitting your dinosaur with a whip.
Okay.
And we
I'll
should-
just do a normal start.
Alright, so you're just going to do a normal one for the first
Yep.
one? Okay, so you do not make your check. If you want to attack someone, you can.
I stare at
50
it.
feet, right?
That is 50 feet.
Well, it's
linear.
50 feet, it's a 50 feet, so horizontally doesn't matter.
Okay, so if as long so he could
Oh, so we're
attack
all, like,
somebody on the
jostling
other
together.
side of the.
So assume you're all in the same line. It's just easier to keep track of where.
Okay, I
each
see.
token is
So
at
we're
this way.
next to each other. We're literally like.
We're all in a line, and the horizontal
I got
spacing
you.
is
Yeah, okay,
inaccurate.
let's do this.
Yes.
Let's fucking do
The
this,
only,
boys.
so the 2 on the right are the only 2 not owned by Wakonga, right?
Yep.
I will.
Well, no, Ubato's favorite's not also not owned. So Ubato,
Oh,
Mountain
he's not.
Thunder, and Jungle Princess are not owned by Ubato.
Is there
I will
a
attack Wabato's
Deinonychus?
favorite then.
Make an attack roll with +6. So roll d20 and add 6 to it.
Can I bet gold on myself?
18 is a hit. Go ahead and roll me 1d10 and add 3.
Who is he doing damage to?
Ubato's favorite.
Okay.
All right, so Botto's favorite takes 5. So Turambar.
Took it.
Okay. Next, you get to go. So make me an animal handling. If you want to lash, you can do that with advantage. You do not make your check. You don't move,
Dang it.
and you can attack someone if you want to.
Well, Ducky just attacked, so I'm gonna attack back.
All right. Make me an attack roll and add 5 to it. That is a hit.
Oh!
That is a critical hit.
Oh god.
So take 11 damage,
How is that a critical hit?
isn't it?
No,
it's
it's an 18.
Bad.
18.
Sorry, it's not a critical hit. Roll a d10 and add
It
1.
would be a critical hit in the new Pathfinder edition, though.
Did you get that, Turambar?
It depends on
3.
weapons.
So you take 3 damage, Ducky.
Eh.
My green health.
Yep, green health. Alright, Jungle Princess. Animal handling.
Wait, we're just gonna stay here like our animals are fucking eating. Oh no, there we go. Finally.
You lashed?
Yes, I lashed.
Okay, and Jungle Princess, you definitely make your check, and you move ahead 60 feet.
Can I roll tiebreaker for initiative with Mountain Thunder?
I think he actually beats you
And-
because he has a higher initiative. He has a higher dex score, and that beats initiative
Yeah,
ties.
the dex is what automatically breaks that.
What's... Oh, okay.
Dex is... What's your dex
Ooh.
age?
My dex?
Yeah.
18.
And what's yours?
Yeah, I don't have a dex mod, so... I didn't realize it was dex.
Yeah, the initiative is basically dex-based.
Yeah, I don't have a bonus.
If I want to take a character action, do I do that instead of my animal handling check?
Oh, you do that on your turn. You do that instead
Like,
of attacking.
in addition? Oh,
You do
instead of
that-
attacking. Okay.
Yeah, instead of attacking. Yep. Alright, so you're out of range of people to attack. Does your rider do anything else?
Nope.
Okay. So Mushari would tell you that Ubato's favorite is favored to win, and Jungle Princess is probably a close second. After it got ahead there.
What type of dinosaur is Jungle Princess?
Deinonychus.
Oh, it's going down if I ever reach it.
Big honker.
All right. So you said I get my land vehicle proficiency, right?
Yep, you can add proficiency to
Sweet.
your
So I'll
animal handling check.
just add 2 to this. I'm not gonna lash that first.
Yes! Yes!
Christ.
Critical
Really?
fail.
Really?
Smile. The good news is that nothing actually bad happens because you didn't lash your dinosaur.
Damn it!
The bad news is your dinosaur is very distracted and probably doesn't get to attack this turn.
Okay. Son of a bitch. Come on, man. Rip and tear. Let's go. Rip and tear.
Oh my god.
Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
There's nothing really I can do. Let me check my spells.
And the
Could I
force was
attempt to-
with
could
me
I
because I
attempt
was
to,
hoping and praying for that one.
Could I attempt to untie somebody's saddle using Mage Hand?
Mage Hand is a cantrip.
Actually, Dick.
It is a cantrip. It is verbal somatic. I want to know if
Yeah,
I
go
could
ahead-
try.
go
I want
ahead
to know if
and,
I could
cast
try.
Dark Magic.
I'm not gonna do it. No, I'm not gonna do it yet.
Okay.
Let me check the range on it though. I do want to check the range because you said this is kind of abstract.
It's like 30 feet, pretty sure. It's not very
Okay.
far. But you would be in range with anyone
30
else
feet.
that's right next to you. So
Okay, I gotcha.
I would just like if you want to try to untie someone's saddle with Mage Hand, you go for it.
Last
Do it.
resort, maybe. All right, but that's my turn then. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah,
All right, Mountain Thunder.
30 feet is the
Yeah,
range.
animal handling.
Worked out. There it is.
And you are on Mountain Thunder.
Yeah.
I believe.
I
Is,
just fucking
Mike
can't believe.
on? Yeah, you go ahead and make your 30 feet move,
Is that
and
there?
you can attack anyone at this point, including Jungle Princess.
I'm attacking Jungle Princess.
Okay. So you make your attack with +3.
What do I roll again?
D20 +3.
Misses.
Wow, I suck.
Yep, you miss, unfortunately.
Well, the dinosaur sucked.
I mean, it's literally it's much smaller than the rest of the dinosaurs on this field, and it's being ridden by a dwarf. And
Typical.
Musharib definitely wants it to win. You can see that he's tense every single time that Deinonychus is making a move, or sorry, the Dimetrodon is making a move down the field. Mountain Thunder is definitely his favorite to win. That's the one he bet on. But he's not telling you any of that outright, but you could probably pick it up by the way that he's acting. All right, banana candy.
Okay, how do we bet?
You bet
It's a
at the
bit
beginning
late
of the
for
race,
that.
and you let me know who you bet on, and you let me know how much you bet.
I want to bet 5 gold on banana candy.
5 gold on banana candy. Okay.
Okay, now we'll go. I guess I'll lash, which means I roll animal handling with advantage.
Roll double ones or something.
17.
Oh.
Yep, you move 50 feet. And do you want to attack anyone?
I guess I'll attack Jungle Princess.
All right, to make your attack roll with +3.
I want to see what Big Honker can actually do.
How are we doing attack rolls for this?
D20 +3. I'm telling you exactly what you need to roll.
$16.
That
You
hits.
So make me a 1d10 +1
Oh, +1.
damage
On which
I'm a herbivore.
to Jungle Princess.
Oh, I can see the health bar now.
All right. Back to Ducky.
I'm sorry, I don't even know which one of you is Jungle Princess, but
The one that's
it's
ahead
nothing
right now.
personal.
It's
Alright,
a
I'm gonna
quick
do
very
another
down.
roll normally.
You make your check.
Nice.
You move forward 50 feet.
I was about to say that our boys aren't having a very good showing out there, but
And you can attack pretty much anyone on the field.
Fuck up the first runner.
Yeah, I'm attacking Jungle Princess.
Damn it.
All right, you make your attack roll with +6.
Oh, misses.
Misses. All right, moving on to Abato's favorite. Go ahead and make me an animal handling check. You guys get advantage if you lash. Come on, it's easy.
If I, knowing my
Are we
luck,
good, Sam?
if I lashed, I would have rolled a double one and just gotten fucking 8 by the dino.
Oh boy, this is great.
You should have made the race like 200 feet.
No, this is like actual rules from the book how to do dinosaur racing.
Oh.
Is it Honker
Yeah,
again?
so you can attack someone if you want to.
gonna hit Mountain Thunder.
Okay, that's
Why
+5
me?
to hit.
Fuck you.
I will not be hitting.
Nope. All right, Jungle Princess. These guys in the dust.
Christ, he's rolling good on his rolls. A 19 and a 20. Damn, dude. Fuck.
Just lashing the poor thing to death.
Yeah.
The jockey's just riding
he's
him
getting out of
fucking
range.
mercifully, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 60 feet forward. Nope. And I think Banana Candy's still in range? No, never
Nope.
mind.
And the Deinonychus is like 7 feet.
Yeah, it's basically as tall as the Dragonborn's.
Alright.
Maybe if it stood up tall, it could probably reach the top of the tree's branches, but...
Okay. Well, I'm gonna push my luck and oh, is it my turn now?
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's
I'm gonna lash, and say, please don't eat me. Please, it's like, no, I'm gonna be like, it's like, I'm sorry, bud, but we gotta make good on this. Let's go to that. So add +2 to these. There we go.
You make your animal handling check, and you move forward 100 feet.
Holy fuck! I'm going to bite Deinonychus.
Okay,
Like
go
animal handling
for it.
or
Is
lashing,
everyone
you can
attacking?
What am I
increase movement
rolling?
too.
With D20
Well, that
plus.
gives you a speed boost as well. Yeah, lashing is a good thing to probably be doing, but there is a penalty. There might be a penalty if you fail by
I
a certain
only
amount.
moved 50 with a lash.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh.
Mine.
Jungle
Remember, mine.
princess.
So mine does.
So to be fair, the checks for the animal handling do get more difficult the faster the dinosaur is. Just so everyone's aware that there is some
this is-
balance to this.
Yeah, no,
Why?
I chose Big Honker because he was a pain in the ass, and I wanted to
Right.
kind of spite Wakanga.
So I have the easy slow guy, but I have proficiency in animal handling.
Actually, Age
Dimitrodon's
has
the
easy
slowest.
slow guy.
Anyways, so what's my attack roll?
+6.
One.
Rip
Oh.
and tear! Rip and tear!
1d12 +3.
1d12 plus 3?
Damn.
For 9.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm supposed to tell you when I drop below half.
Yep.
Yeah, I drop below half.
Your speed is halved for the rest of the race.
Ooh. Taking that fucking...
So as Big Honker takes that unk out of Jungle Princess, and the jockey riding him is definitely terrified at the point, and he's starting to lose control. He's kind of veering back and forth, going side to side, and the crowd goes freaking wild when the Big Honker attacks. You get the impression that Big Honker is the crowd favorite, and basically
This
everyone starts to chant,
succeeds.
going, "Big Honker, Big Honker, Big Honker, yeah!" That kind of stuff.
Yeah, that bud, they're rooting for you, let's do this! And just like,
Like, here we go, Honker, here we go. Like, that's being said right now as well.
okay.
Like, all that kind of stuff happening. Yeah. All right, Mountain Thunder. You go ahead and 50 feet. You want me to? Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right, do you want to attack anyone?
What happens if we kill a dinosaur?
It's
The
dead.
crowd goes wild.
You should attack Big Honker.
Go ahead. Poke,
Yeah, okay.
poke the big
I'll attack
dinosaur.
Big honker. Why not?
All right,
Not my
make me
dinosaur.
an attack
I don't
roll
care.
+3.
I'm not the
swipes
jockey.
at it.
What do I give a shit?
You hit.
What's damage?
What dinosaur is attacking me again?
2d6 +1.
Ooh,
Mountain
whoa,
Thunder.
what is he, by the way?
Mitrodon.
Okay. 2d6 plus 1.
1.
It's pretty good. Oof!
Oh, nice.
10 damage.
Good
Did I
thing
meet
Big
Captain
Honker's built
Honker?
like a fucking tank.
All right, Banana Candy.
Fast
next.
tank.
Okay, gonna lash again.
Mm-hmm. You make your check, and you move forward 50 feet.
And then I'll attack Big Honker.
Okay. Yours is +3 also. Hit.
17.
He's
1d10
gonna roll a
plus 1.
fucking 10. Nope, okay,
6.
6.
And Ducky, we're back to you.
All right, I'll make a normal roll.
Do not make your skill check. Same place. I believe you can attack Honker and Banana Candy, Mountain Thunder, and I believe Vato's favorite still.
Nope, he's out of range.
Oh.
No, he is actually.
Yeah, you're in range.
I was just measuring it there, and I thought it would be
You
different.
If I
just
want to
can't hit
do
them, don't
a
pass.
different action, that's instead of attacking.
Yep.
Hmm.
Shit, if
Okay,
only.
I'll attack Banana Candy.
Okay. Yours is a +6. That misses.
Oh my god, you are having terrible luck.
Ubato's favorite. Do not. Wow. Okay.
There we go.
You do not make your check, but everything is still fine.
It's
Oh.
ooh.
Don't worry, everything's still fine.
Damn it! Really?
Yeah. You can attack the ducky. I'm pretty sure.
By this point, the jockey's just like, please do anything. Move. Please. You're the
move.
favorite. Come on.
Forward.
Like, well, shit, my
Bushiri
career's over.
Is now, instead of calling, like, he's now basically claimed that Mountain Thunder is going to win this thing, and he makes no more mention of Ubato's favorite. And if anyone ever mentions Ubato's favorite, or even that anything like that, he basically says that dinosaur is worthless, garbage, absolutely worthless, trash. All right.
It's gonna be Ubato's
You might wanna make an
ribeye
attack?
after this.
Durumbar?
The jockey's so distracted trying to get this thing moving that he is not concerned about trying to hit anything.
Gotcha. Jungle Princess.
Start off the
Make
back
your
and
animal. Sorry,
pushing.
sorry. If you're lashing, so the other thing that happens too is you get disadvantage on your animal handling roll.
Oh, so
You're
it's just
below half.
it would be
so-
18 then, because it would cancel.
Right. So it's fine.
Okay.
So you make your check, and you move forward at half of. What was it again? You're the Deinonychus?
60.
Well, 30
maybe.
feet. I don't think you've missed a roll to move yet.
No, I haven't.
All right,
It's gonna
big
be dead
honker.
soon, though.
All right.
I get all the files.
Do I
animals.
let?
Well, I guess the ones. I get the 20s.
Fuck you. Alright. Come on, don't eat me now. Let's do this. Let's win.
Something low. Something low. Let's go.
Add 2 to that. So that because of my proficiency, that's a 14. I don't think that passes. Or does it?
It doesn't pass, and it's barely in the range that's still okay.
So,
Ah.
gee, so he needs a 19. Holy shit.
No.
Arnie.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to take a chunk out of, or attempt, at least attempt to. Actually, who's in the lead? I can't-
Princess?
It was actually, is it straight down?
Yeah, so you can reach.
I don't like Deinonychuses.
Just fuck that dinosaur.
All right, so +6 is your attack, so d20 +6.
God! Oh, baby!
Oh boy.
Second!
Critical fit.
God, you suck at rolling.
So
Critical fit.
this round, I'm gonna say that Big Honker basically lets out a huge roar, and turns around to face the other direction,
Oh, Jesus
the way you
Christ.
came back from. And
8
as
plus.
you manage to get him back around to face the right way, but at that point in time, you've lost.
He
you've
can't
lost
attack.
time.
He can't attack. I got you.
All
I'm gonna
right,
get.
Mountain Thunder.
Yeah.
Got the easiest check out of everybody. Let's go.
At least I'm not in the lead, so people
Alright,
stop hitting
there
me
we
again.
Yep, go ahead and move your. What is it? 50 feet? Yeah, 50.
I'll attack Banana Candy.
You sure about that?
Heck no, but this is what I'm doing.
D20 +3.
See, look at where are those rolls for
Surprisingly,
me?
+1.
extremely fun. This would be a fun mini game.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. 12
Ooh.
damage to banana.
Oh.
Well, I'm basically out of the race now.
Oh, shit. So you're below half, right? I'm pretty sure that puts you below half.
Just like Hank, my dinosaur goes around breaking kneecaps.
Yeah, so basically you have a half speed. This is one thing that happens. You have sorry, half speed and disadvantage on the handling check.
So it's a normal roll if I lash?
Yep.
Okay.
I think my only tactic
Your
now
turn.
is to literally just kill all the other
Well, I'm
dinosaurs.
gonna lash.
Ooh.
You move forward. So you're on the Hadrosaurus. Move forward 30 feet, or move forward 40 feet. Sorry. not exactly half. Rounding down is boring, and 30 feet seems like it's too much of a punishment for what that was. Anyway. Sorry, move back 10 feet. It should be 30 feet. Sorry. Okay.
Can I attack?
Yep. And the attack roll is still made normally.
Who are you
I'm
attacking?
gonna attack Mountain Thunder again. Well, back, since he attacked me.
Okay.
Christ, these hits though.
You hit.
These
10 plus
rolls.
1.
Please be gentle.
5.
See, now this is my plan. You guys all kill each other, and then I just slow roll.
I think I literally out of like this group,
I'm
I
just
have
retaliating at this point.
more nat fails than anybody else.
I thought you could just type -5.
Yeah, -5 is what you should be able to do.
Yeah, you can click in it, or you can change it out at -5.
I
No.
believe this started at 19, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
so you
Yeah.
just... No, you don't,
Yeah,
you don't
it's
do
gotta be
19 minus 5, you do 19... So 19 is what's in there. You just type -5 into the box, and then hit enter.
I
That
just
subtracts 5.
you can also
Oh,
just put the new number in there as well.
Right? That works too. Okay. So Ducky's up.
Ooh!
Damn.
Nice. So you move forward 80 feet. Because you critted on that. And you have everyone you can attack except for Rubato's favorite, who is beginning of the race,
Oh.
pooping.
What does the health look like on Banana Candy and Mountain Thunder?
can see
Banana
bars
Candy
on
looks
everybody
really
else.
hurt, but Mountain Thunder is not as hurt.
Yeah, I can't see Mountain Thunder's health bar, but I can
Oh.
see all the others.
I can't see, Ubatu, Banana, or Mountain.
Rubato
Can't
is
see
just because he's at
Banana.
the top of the thing.
Oh no, no, I cannot see his health
Yeah,
bar
I can't see him.
You're able to see it
Ooh.
now?
Nor can I.
So if they go down to 1 health, does that mean the
Invincible.
dinosaur is like out of the race, or they straight up die?
If
Or
they
down
go down
to
to
0
1
health.
health, they're still in the race. If they go down to 0, they die.
So they don't like stop and give up early, they just straight out race until they die.
Seems that way.
Right, I'll attack Mountain Thunder.
Man, screw you guys.
Miss.
I
Plus
think you're
6
safe.
on you've missed just about every attack but 1. What is
Yep.
this? Right, Rubato's favorite. You
Big
make
ogre's coming back for you. Boy.
80 feet. And you can attack pretty close to everyone.
Nope, he can
Oh,
only hit
never
me.
mind. Basically just hit Big Honker.
Slap that honker.
I moved 70 feet instead of 80. I think I can reach because they're all at
Yeah,
one.
you can reach the everything but Jungle Princess.
Oh, yep, yeah, now you can. It's a game of fuck the front runner.
I think for Rubato's favorite, it's fuck everything he possibly can fuck because everything else is too far away.
Mountain Thunder.
Fuck you guys.
Alright, +5. That hits. 1d10 plus 1. Five damage.
I am below half.
Indeed you are. Disadvantage on your animal handling checks and half speed. Jungle Princess.
By the end of this race.
Oh,
I'm gonna
no.
Walk.
Oh no.
Yeah, so Jungle Princess at this point goes frickin' berserk. Jumps into the crowd and is out of the race.
Jumps into the crowd.
Yep.
Armbar's not cool.
Oh right, because that was flashing, right?
Yeah, that was with flashing.
Yeah, so when it jumps into the crowd, the jockey's able to calm it down a little bit, but it's they're out of the race. They're not coming back in.
How
And
many people did
the
she eat?
people on the outside are prepared for such a scenario, are able to kind of contain it. But yeah, he's not in the race anymore.
Turnbar has flashbacks.
Ducky, or sorry, Big Honker.
I am not lashing.
Not lashing?
Pussy.
Fuck no. Add
You not
2 to
make
that,
a
so
check.
Standing
15.
there.
I'm gonna go and take a bite out of. Huh.
Kill the Triceratops.
I mean, I wanna make this seem fair and impartial. I might have to take a bite out of Ducky.
You're already facing the wrong way.
Are you
aren't
sure?
Yeah, you
Well, no,
guys
he's-
are.
he's face- he
you're
took
the
his-
ones
he
that
took
are actually
the rest
working
of
in
the round to
character.
turn back around.
What? I mean, well, yeah, I am allowed to work in character, so I'm actually gonna go prioritize Mountain Thunder.
God, I hate you.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause
finish
you
him.
guys are actually riding the
Yeah.
dinosaurs. Everyone else is just playing a
Oh
character.
fuck! Mountain Thunder's
Oh!
gone.
Yeah, so that's 15 damage, Mountain Thunder.
Yeah, that's dead.
Fucking oh my! Oh my!
Oh wow, it's so much
So,
damage. It's coming up.
Turumba, next to Lord, Busharib begins to cry. And sob heavily.
That's right.
Orin just pats him on the shoulder.
Fucking asshole.
The dwarf that was on the Dimetrodon gets up, shakes his fist, and yells at Karangar. It's all in Dwarvish, and
I yell straight back
Lord,
in
you can
Draconic.
hear it, and it's definitely every single dwarven swear you know in a line.
I swear back in Draconic at him. Just like you weak coward sort of deal. Well, you weakling, I guess, not weak coward.
And with that, the dwarf charges towards your dinosaur.
Try me.
Does the crowd just erupt in wild cheers at this point? Like pod racing when someone dies, they just all cheer.
Oh
Pretty
yeah,
much.
no, everyone that's not a dwarf in the crowd, which is not very many people. Is a lot of people. Dwarves are the minority. Anyway, yeah, they're going even more nuts than before when he took the first bite out of banana candy.
Jungle Princess, I think. Yeah, it was, no, it was Banana Candy. You're right, sorry. No, it was Jungle Princess. I put Jungle Princess below half health.
Well, right, but the first cheer was on banana candy.
Okay.
So, the dwarf makes his way to Big Honker, who is moving at speed.
He's not
dwarf-
moving, remember?
The dwarf makes a check to. Oh yeah, you're still. Yeah, right. Well then, the check is easier. He still makes it. So he's climbing up the tail.
This is some Monster Hunter shit now.
Can I make, like, a strength check to just kick him in the chin? Like,
You can't quite reach him yet. He's still like at the edge of the tail, but he's on.
can
the
I
tail.
have Honker? Can I just like? Oh, I lost control of Honker. Honker attacks him.
You know that the rules are you can't actually use dinosaur to attack a jockey, and you would be disqualified from the
Oh,
race.
but I
You
could
definitely
my
do it if you want.
I could myself attack a jockey though.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, what check am I rolling to climb up the tail?
Oh no, I'm making that because it's not
Oh,
a dinosaur.
man.
Sorry.
I want to fight Vile.
Turns out this dwarf is like
By
a fucking
proxy.
pro wrestler.
Oh, yeah!
Coming for you, cream of the crop. Anyway, in Dwarvish though. Banana candy
You
makes
just-
your rolls.
Can you describe how Mountain Thunder went down?
Can I do?
Its side, like entire side, is not there anymore, and
Just bid out
Honker
and
is-
head over heels.
is
flipped over.
enjoying that side of
I-
Mountain Thunder.
I just want to say, like, because of the decorations, I've definitely made Big Honker, because we got to decorate our fucking mounts, to look much
yeah.
more dragon-like. Like, this bamboo paneling that elongates on top of his head makes it look like just a two-legged dragon sort of deal. Definite. Yeah.
It's got like kind of a little bit of wings coming off from the saddle.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nanner candy.
Yep, making me an animal handling check. Tree.
Disadvantage.
I will run. I will lash.
Holy fuck, and yes you will.
Yep. And let's see here. You are banana candy. So you move, I think. What did we say? 30 feet? Yeah.
He is not a fast boy.
That is just shit.
Your check to make your animal handling check is literally 10.
Oh.
So,
I'm doubling that.
and the Dimetrodon is literally near the two slowest.
Well, now it's dead.
Yeah. Anyway, Ducky.
I will lash.
Sorry, Orin gets to attack first. My bad. We'll keep that roll though.
He can
Doesn't make
attack.
it.
I guess I would attack Ducky.
Yeah, because he's too far away to hit me.
Okay. So it's +3.
Oh,
High rollers on these attack rolls.
And
Ooh.
then I believe it's 1d10 +1. 10 damage.
Damn.
Banana
Put
candy
you
ain't having none
Barely
of this
above
shit.
half. Okay, good.
Wow,
We can still keep
Ducky's
that roll.
still okay.
Alright, so you do move forward 80 feet.
Oh, bye.
Run, Ducky, run.
Meow. Thing is, even you still be able to hit banana candy.
Bado's favorite.
I don't really want to kill.
You can make an
Banana
attack
Candy,
roll.
Yes,
Yeah,
you do.
You can make an attack roll.
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting that. Wow.
Kill it.
Dwight probably wouldn't want to actually kill the dino.
Twy doesn't understand he might kill the dino.
I mean, you
That's
did just
true.
see Big
He
Honker take a
witnessed
fucking.
dinosaur literally die in an obvious and gruesome manner.
Can
Right,
I get a
but
bonus?
Can I
to
use
this
any of the
attack?
dinosaur's special attacks, such as a knockover type thing?
No, it's pretty much the attack that you're doing in this race is pretty much just biting. I mean, you could probably try to ram into the dinosaurs if you wanted to, but I mean, probably require another animal handling check. At that point in time, you might as well just be attacking anyway, because when doing damage, I'm not sure it would provide them disadvantage either.
All right,
Is that
I
kind of
am
bumping
going.
into
In
each
that
other,
case,
the
I'm not going to
dinosaurs do?
attack.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Minor Illusion.
All right. What illusion are you casting?
There's going to be a 5-foot tall Nykus that appears in front of Banana Candy.
Oh, this is an overt magic display.
Yeah, and crowd's not happy about it.
Oh, boo!
Can I do a sleight of hand check or anything though?
You literally made a dinosaur appear.
So you can make a sleight of hand check to see if they notice you casting the spell, but they're very obvious. Like that was obvious magic. A Deinonychus appeared out of
Oh, yeah,
thin
of
air in
course.
front of a dinosaur.
But I just don't want them to notice me.
Well, I mean,
They know it's you.
they.
Can you not disguise the casting of a spell? Or try to sleight of
Okay,
hand
so
it?
make me a sleight of hand check. It's going to be probably pretty difficult to hide this one.
Opponents for illusion.
Yeah, it's only semantics, so it's just a hand wave.
Right. So sleight of hand.
Oops. First one.
So the first roll is 12, and that's not enough, unfortunately, to make the. So
They start getting pelted by rocks.
they start booing, and things are being
Dang it.
thrown from the stands. People are starting to yell out "cheater,"
I just
Should
know
just
magic
very
was
loudly.
allowed.
and
Actually, I wasn't.
yeah, it's fairly obvious that was not seen as within the within the good graces of.
You piece of shit!
Con is gonna be pissed.
Basically, yes. Right.
Hank is also booing.
Musharib is staring at this in disbelief at this point. By the way, like he's looking to Lord, and like he used magic in the race.
I know, fuck that guy, right?
Aren't we like going all around the town so not everyone can see it, just the guys near us?
Reminder that this city hates magic.
Wait, how far does Zubato move on the last? Holy fuck, 80 feet? Damn, son.
Right.
Told you to kill him.
Yeah, 80 feet.
Yep.
Good thing we're
Well, I
going
mean,
into the jungle tomorrow, or an hour after this.
Not an hour, but sometime, yes.
So,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna make a suggestion, and let me know if you like the suggestion or not, Turambar. But because that everyone is yelling "cheater" at a specific individual, I would imagine that that jockey would also be angry at that individual. I mean, you played how you want to, but that's the way that I'm thinking that this might go down here.
Well, I mean, Turnbar isn't writing it.
No. But that's exactly what I'm saying.
He's saying because you're Ubato. Ubato can attack right now. The Ubato's jockey would be mad.
And he definitely would have noticed
for sure.
the magic.
Fuck,
Everyone's
he's
yelling
in
cheater.
first. Yeah.
All right, well,
He's in first, and he just cheated blatantly. Why?
Like I said, fuck Ducky.
I didn't know magic wasn't allowed.
So that hits. And make me 1d10 plus 1.
Fucking Ducky's gonna get limped.
5.
Yep.
So disadvantage on the animal handling checks, and half speed.
Alright.
Big honker.
Okay, so there's currently a dwarf climbing up towards me.
Yes.
Okay, two things. First,
are you ignoring the dwarf, or are
hold
you
on.
looking at the dwarf?
I need two questions.
Okay.
Big Honker just fucking murdered, and you know, instead of slightly eating, could I get a better animal handling check because we fucking brutally mulched?
You know, I would say that he'd actually be distracted by eating from the race.
Yeah, really. He's a
Oh boyo!
T-Rex, dude.
Okay.
Garga's gonna be so happy with
But
this.
if
But I will say that that the normal rules would still apply because that is not enough. However, if you are distracted by a dwarf riding its tail, I would give you disadvantage on the check.
I mean, if I also like the other thing is if let's say I fail my jockey test, could he possibly eat the dwarf instead of me?
You're
this is-
assuming that it'll hit
Here's
you.
what I'm going to say. Make whatever roll you want to make. If you are planning to do something about the dwarf, I need to know that before you make this roll.
could I actually use an action surge to give myself 2 actions and deal with both?
Yes, but you're going to have disadvantage on your animal handling check.
No, but that's no advantage then.
If you're lashing, no advantage.
That's
Make
no.
rolls, boyo.
That means that I'm saying that there's no reason for me to use action surge because it doesn't actually get me a benefit then.
Doesn't get, so your action surge is dinosaur.
I know, but I'm controlling the dinosaur. That's why, like, never mind. Fine.
Right, but the dinosaur is the one that's moving, and the animal channel.
Oh, I'm definitely. I'm not risking that. Fuck no. So I'll go disadvantage animal handling. Yeah, 7. So 6. So it's
Okay, so you did not lash?
I did not lash. No, because that's
Okay.
disadvantage. So
Dinosaur does not move.
I look at the dwarf, and so I can make an action against the dwarf then, right?
Yeah.
How far away from me is he?
Maybe the dinosaur's tail is not that long. Maybe if you had a polearm on you, you could reach him.
Could I? And like, would I know that I'd get arrested if I just fucking summoned my polearm and started hitting him?
Well, you just saw someone else cast magic and not go over so well.
Okay, so I'm gonna like, Christ. I guess I'm just gonna ready action so that when he gets in range, I'm just gonna throw him off the dinosaur. Like, there's not much. I'm like, not much else I can do.
Okay, there we go.
If he's not within reach.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, the dwarf that was on my Mountain Thunder.
Oh, bonus action defensive stance. Just saying that as well because I didn't spend my bonus action to do anything else, and I might be getting in
So
combat.
he makes his check to climb up to you, and he nat 20s his check to grapple. So if you want,
I'd get my. Wouldn't I get my thing first before he gets a chance to do anything? I wanted to just kick him off, and I was readying to kick him off. So like that's as soon as that would occur
okay,
first. wouldn't it?
so basically the way I'm going to interpret this is you're doing a contested grapple anyway.
That's
Okay.
how I saw it.
So
as
if you're going to grapple him or he's grappling you, either way there's checks going on, and both of them are
Okay.
athletics. For him.
Would I get advantage because he's literally climbing up to meet me?
No, because he's been pretty firm-footed so far.
Sorry, that should not be disadvantage, but that's a 25. That is a nat 20 as well.
well.
'Cause it's the first one.
You guys are
Nice.
fighting over the top of this dinosaur.
What he? Wait, what's it? Well, I mean, I beat him still, don't I? Unless he got a 25 as well.
It's even, isn't it?
It's even. It is
Yeah,
literally the
boy.
same number.
Oh.
I literally
That's what
just
you
rolled a
get, File.
strength stat as I went, and it's literally enough to beat that.
Perfect.
Fuck, so he's
So this dragonborn and this dwarf were fighting on this dinosaur in the
fucking
middle of a race. I
muscles
saw
are
this one time.
bulging like the thigh. Like,
Yeah.
it's just fucking.
So the way that this looks right now is that the dwarf has tied his foot around one of the straps on the saddle, and Vile is still firmly set in his saddle like a normal jockey stance would be, and they're both fighting over the top of this dinosaur.
And the crowd is loving it.
Oh yeah, you bet your ass they're loving it.
Hank is having a great
They
time.
don't, they don't even give a fuck about how this race
And,
is ending.
Lord, you realize that Musharib is rooting for the dwarf.
Did they forget about the magic?
No.
No, we're still mad about
Dang
that.
it.
Yeah, so you're ahead of the race. So the people that are towards the back, where near the beginning of the race, where Musharib and everyone else is watching, they're witnessing Big Honker, and there's a separate crowd that's kind of down around a corner that witnessed you cast this magic. They're still
Okay,
doing
so it
here.
wasn't everyone in the race. It was just some people saw it.
Enough people saw
But,
that it's
a
like
good
significant
crowd.
chunk of the people watching
Yeah.
the race.
The people close to the finish line.
Yeah, the people who would probably be officiating the race, you know. Yeah. Anyway,
I mean, I cast it as I went by. Yeah. About halfway.
Banana
through.
Why
candy?
you gotta fuck this up? I can nobody in this party just be cool?
I was not told magic wasn't allowed.
Why would you even
Plus, it's
think
not
it
actually
was
magic.
magic?
It's e-energy.
so the way that the magic was described is that no one's ever witnessed anyone doing magic in a race.
Exactly.
But there have been some very lucky streaks from some dinosaurs,
That
implying
doesn't
that
say magic
was
is not
probably
allowed.
used but not discovered. And in this case, magic was discovered. Probably the first time in the race's history was magic
tree.
used during a race. But anyway, banana candy.
So isn't there now a Deinonychus right in front of Banana Candy?
No, well, yeah, there's a Deinonychus that's a 5 foot tall image of one, but it's not. It's obviously an illusion at this point.
It's just gonna get plowed through.
Wait, doesn't the dinosaur have to do a
Yeah.
perception check on it?
The jockey would, but it was cast obviously in front of him and appeared out of nowhere, so he probably has advantage on it, and it's a level. It's a
I meant
DC.
for it to be against the dinosaur. 'Cause
Well,
that's
like,
what
the-
I was
I mean,
hoping. It's a hadrosaur. with
no.
Deinonychus in front of it.
So the jockey's controlling the Hadrosaurus, whether it attacks or not.
trying to control it.
So the
Oh, no,
jockey
not
would know.
for attacking, just for losing control of the hadrosaurus or being slower because it sees a Deinonychus suddenly. Like a
These are
predator
well-trained
animal in front of
animals,
it.
Christ, and they have
Apparently
been
not.
not attacking each other unless the jockey has commanded them to.
Alright.
I'm sorry.
Well, Vile, you're in the situation of a well-trained animal with a not at all trained handler.
Yeah. No, that's definitely true. I mean, I'm actually like the second
So I
most.
rolled 11 to move.
Yeah, you make your check. So yeah, you're what was it? 30 feet.
And I'm gonna attack Ubato.
Hey. You don't want to attack the cheater?
I don't believe that hit.
That does not hit.
Nope.
Okay. Bucky, aka cheater.
You better run, boyo.
So I'm at disadvantage unless I lash, right?
Then it's a regular roll. Yep.
Hmm.
You know
God,
that
I
if you
wanted
fail
to
by
fail
enough,
this.
you're out of the race, because that's what happened to Jungle Princess.
Yep.
I just want him to fail. And
Took a ride on the wild side.
I'm gonna do a normal hit.
No, come on.
Oh my
Oh,
So that was lashing if you rolled with normally, right?
Oh, I meant to do that.
Yeah, that was
Normally. Can I roll a
lashing.
second one?
he lashed it now.
Because you're
No.
disadvantaged because
Well,
you're
if you have disadvantage, then yeah, roll another one.
Well, I mean, yeah.
No,
I do
but
it
you're
with
below
disadvantage.
half health. You're below half health, so
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
are
So
you-
make your other roll. So not a natural 20.
Unless
roll another
it's
one.
2.
That still makes it. So you're still able to move. And you move forward because you're moving at half speed, 30 feet. Lotto's favorite. You make your
Sure you
check.
don't want to attack Banana Candy.
Oh yeah, you're able to attack Banana Candy if you wanted to.
I mean, you've already.
I feel like I
cheated.
should just use more
Everyone already
magic now
hates
that everyone knows, anyways.
Yeah, that'll go well.
Alright,
Not only did you cheat, but you also killed a prized dinosaur.
I didn't kill it.
I did.
Well, no, if you had killed Banana Candy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna attack it.
Okay. So
Just
you
triple
move
down.
forward 80 feet, Shrimbar.
Kill Ducky.
So as the Ubato's favorite was the original.
Makes
that I
this
said was gonna win
miraculous
this race.
comeback. Cause fuck all you guys.
Mushariv has stopped crying because he put money on Ubato's favorite, and is now saying that Ubato's favorite is the best dinosaur that's ever been in one of these races.
He knows what's up.
Singing his
He knows.
praises.
He knows.
He says he was just it's a bad luck to say that the dinosaur in last place is going to win. That's why he was saying that before. And now
Should
that
put
he's
money
winning,
I don't know if I
everyone
want
can
this
say-
man as part of my party anymore.
And I'm attacking Ducky.
Okay.
So no, Ducky's going
Plus-
down.
Plus 5 to your attack roll. You hit.
He did.
Done and done.
1d10 plus 1. And
Bye.
damage.
Nice.
Vengeance.
Down to... Holy crap!
Ducky
Ducky,
dead?
No. No, he's not. He's barely alive.
Oh, 10. Yeah.
So,
Oh, that poor.
it's probably a good idea to remind Christ that a dead dinosaur is
It's gonna cost a lot.
Is going to cost a lot of money.
That's why I'm going into the jungle. It's a lot of
Just-
magic.
I think you should literally just take Ducky and go into the side. Just like, nope, I'm out of the way. Fuck this.
Yeah.
I mean, so you do have the
Just
option
ride him down to
to
the
go out of race
docks.
and no longer participate if you
Well,
want
you
to on
can't.
your turn, Christ. That is something you can do.
Alright, I'll think about it.
And
I might get killed by banana candy here anyways.
Big Honker, you're up.
Okay, so me and this
You're
dwarf are currently
riding a dwarf
engaged.
on top of your saddle.
Could I possibly just like, so I can still like move Big Honker, right, and kick him?
Yeah.
And could
yeah,
I lash?
So make your if you want to make an animal handling check, you can make it with a disadvantage at this point. Yeah.
Could I lash?
And get rid of the disadvantage, sure.
Okay.
Oh my
And-
god.
And I'm just saying, is there, just as a DM, is there a chance that Big Honker would also take his wrath upon this dwarf on the back, because he's now on the back?
You are not sure what would happen.
Let's take a ride on the wild side, Bio.
Yeah, basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like, fucking let's do this. Let's go. Let's get the crowd fucking riled. And nope.
Oh my god.
That's a 5. It's a 5. But
So
yeah.
At this point, Big Honker shakes loose from his saddle,
And
you and a dwarf go tumbling to the ground.
okay, is the crowd still like going wild as the fucking
Oh yeah, and Big Honker makes it to the finish line and he blows by everyone else. Because he doesn't have a jockey, he's disqualified.
That's fine. couldn't he make at least one attack against Banana Candy on the way out?
He's after he crosses the finish line, he would probably turn around and go right back to Banana Necklace and start finishing it off. If that's allowable instead of the attack on Banana Candy.
No, come on. It's gonna take Banana Candy out of the fucking race if you'd allow it. Just one rule.
I didn't allow it.
No.
Oh, god damn it.
It's devouring Mountain Thunder and eating it alive after it had crossed the finish line, came back around, went all back, all hyped up.
I don't think Mountain Thunder's alive.
No,
I think it should attack Ducky.
no.
because-
It's eating Mountain Thunder.
Yeah, that's what I'm
devouring
saying. Like,
its
it's just go. I guess I didn't order it to attack. That's fine. Okay.
So now you're wrestling a dwarf.
And wrestling
Yeah.
a dwarf, crowd's
Dwarf
going
to the
wild.
ground.
I mean, I don't think it's right to kill him at this point because I do have my hand axes on me. But it's just,
Why
You
do you
do?
have those?
Turnbar says no.
Anyway, this dwarf
So, yeah.
is
let's wrestle. Let's wrestle.
Yep, go ahead and make me a roll.
23.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
Dwarf is 20.
Fucking.
You have him grappled.
I want to kind of showboat that I have this dwarf grappled now, and I kind of want to dwarf toss him into the crowd.
That'll be another strength check.
Dwarf dust.
That's a strength shade. Sorry, not a check. -2 from that, so that would be a
Maybe another athletics check, basically, is what I want.
athletic. Oh,
Oh, well,
that's the same thing then, because I have athletics proficiency, so that would be an 8. That is an 18.
Okay. Yeah, you torse him and he basically pings off the side of the fence that this race is contained in. And has a very bloody nose. It's streaming down his face.
Wait, he's still in here then?
Yeah, he's still in the ring with you.
Guys, we gotta get
Oh.
on that ship and get the heck out.
So now it's his turn. and he's gonna come right back at you and basically try to wrestle you to the ground.
All right, let's do another athletics check.
I like this
Yep.
game.
Only a 10 this time.
He has a 12. So he's got you in a full Nelson.
Ooh,
They could
I mean,
be
it's not out yet. It's not out yet. It's still gotta take the time. We can do this.
And he tries to break you over his knee.
Oh, God.
Wait. It goes that quick. I guess I did throw him, so that's fine.
Yeah, I mean apple, and then you did another thing.
Could
so
I make a
not.
way? Could I try to resist the break over his knee? Or could I actually use the shield to block his knee impact?
He's got you in a full Nelson.
But does a full Nelson control my hand, like my fingers?
Jesus Christ! No, it doesn't.
Then I'm gonna just fuck it, cause like I can just I'm just reaction. If he's gonna break me over, he's trying to break me. I just want to cast shield to protect my back. And I want to fucking get my back broken, and he's
So
gonna
you,
try.
You cast magic.
Well, I mean, it's okay. So
Do you cast magic?
is what he's doing illegal at all? Like, can he try to kill me?
The crowd's cheering. That's all you can know.
I mean, shield is invisible, so
Right, but there's still some components to it.
fine. I'll just take a potentially broken back.
Well, the good news is it deals 3 damage.
Okay.
It's literally Jesus Christ! Wow.
it's a unarmed attack.
Right.
Okay.
Though I
don't-
appreciate how much you were concerned about it.
It sounded pretty fucking gnarly. I'm not gonna lie.
I expect Anna to like turn around and just flame blast him in the face.
I
So,
don't want to
and
kill.
then, so after he does that, he
You are
releases
permanently
his face
paralyzed from the waist down.
Oh, he's not. No, he's not getting. He's not getting.
Oh
away.
yeah, no. So the blood that was in his mouth and coming down his nose is now on your face.
Nice.
Now you have AIDS.
All right. Yes. All right. So that's so banana candy now. Back to the race. Out of the WWE cage match. Back to the race.
Predictably, I'm just going to run.
Damn.
This dinosaur is the most consistent thing on the planet.
And
Yeah,
then I get a plus
only
5
need an
and I
8.
only need a 10.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to...
Kill that
Part
cheater.
of me feels like
Do it.
I should kill the cheater.
Yeah.
I don't want to let Ubato win. But if I kill the cheater, I think second place is pretty much guaranteed for me anyway.
Banana candy is
Since there's only
Wakonga's
3 left,
dinosaur though.
Yep.
Banana candy belongs to Wakonga
So
also.
what was that, Trumbar?
I said there's only 3 racers left.
Okay, I'm just gonna snap
Out
at
of 6 that
Ubato
started?
because he's full, like almost full health, and he's right next to me.
Okay. I mean, you can see that your jockey could definitely see that Ducky is badly hurt, and I'm guessing that the jockeys probably don't want to necessarily kill the dinosaurs. They are prized possessions. They're a racing dinosaur.
Yep. 21 to hit, 10 damage.
Okay. Take 10.
Oh,
10
he's
has been
still
taken.
over half. He's still gonna make it in 1 turn.
Bye, kids.
Alright, Ducky, you have to kill it. Somehow.
Ducky.
Okay, so my options right now, I can withdraw from the race.
Yep.
And save the
Attack
dinosaur,
Ubato,
but I'm
then
out of the
withdraw.
race. Can I can I do that as my attack, or is that instead of animal check?
That's instead of animal check. You have to decide at the beginning of your turn if you're out of the race or not.
Ooh. I don't even know if I can make that if I roll well.
Remember, you have disadvantage on the check.
Do I need to go to 70 or 80?
And you're at speed.
You need to go at
Half.
80 feet. You need to go beyond 300 feet.
Okay,
So
so I
you're,
can't
you're
do that.
exceeding
One
the green.
turn.
No, wait, you have to know it to the green bar. I'm pretty sure. Let me
Yeah.
double check on the measurement though.
Plus, you're at half speed now.
Yeah. So I'd have to lash. I'm
You can
hoping
only
on
go
a
here, I think.
17 or something.
200 feet. Yeah. So if you make it to the green, you win.
Congas are probably pissed at me.
You know,
There's someone else that he might be. Well, no, he's definitely probably more pissed at you because Big Honker was still a crowd favorite. So. And put on a very good
we're
show.
leaving anyways.
And if anyone bet on one of the dinosaurs dying in this race, they probably made a killing, especially if they called out which ones killed which.
I didn't know that was an option.
I didn't either until after this race, so you and me both.
So if I get off the side, if I get off of Ducky, does he just go wild into the crowd?
You can whatever you
Like
want. If you
if
want
I
to get off
withdraw
the
from the
dinosaur
race and
and
then
just
jump off?
stop, like get off the dinosaur, you are more than welcome to do that, and I will describe what happens to you afterwards.
Let's take a ride on the wild side.
So here's the worst case scenario. If you lash and fail by too much, that you're out of the race anyway. So I mean, if you want to do that and still try to win, you totally can.
How would a stealth check work with the dinosaur?
Poorly.
Very, very difficult to remain stealthy in the middle of a race. And you would be rolling your own stealth, not the dinosaur's stealth.
I would be rolling my own stealth. Okay.
And the dinosaur would not necessarily be trying to hide.
Could I a stealth check with my own too for both
You're
of us?
being stared at by 1,000 people.
You're not being stealthy, I'm sorry.
So
Like
I do
stealth
have
is pretty
this.
much
I'm
impossible.
gonna DM
Christ.
it. Do you agree?
if you do something with key points to give the dinosaur stealth, like pass without a trace,
Yeah.
then maybe it might be stealthy. But if it's literally just you making a stealth check because you want to be stealthy, the dinosaur is not intentionally going to make a stealth check.
Yeah, I was thinking of pass without a trace. And
So
make the dinosaur like.
dinosaur will not intentionally make a stealth check. Without some sort of other thing going on.
Okay, are there people at the side to take control of Ducky if I withdraw him?
You saw that happen with Jungle Princess.
All right,
You
I'm
would-
gonna
you would
withdraw
assume
then.
yes.
I'm gonna pull. I'll pull him to the side.
You're abandoning the race?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else you're doing on your turn?
The boos get louder.
They do.
I don't want Ducky to die. So do the animal handlers come over and help grab him?
Yep, and then they same officials are also coming out after you right now.
In that case, I
Run.
cast pass without a trace on myself.
Make me a stealth check plus 10 after the check.
Damn.
That's how that
one.
works, right?
Nat one.
Yep.
Ooh! He is so gone.
Plus 10 on that.
Survive
36.
staring on you. You manage to weave through the crowd in such a way that everyone completely loses sight of where exactly you went, and everyone is trying to chase after you, and they cannot find you at all, or gone.
I will be hiding for the next hour until I can meet up with my friends.
I stand
go
up and
hide
start
in the
clapping.
boat
That
already.
was amazing!
We'll tell legends about the
Musharib-
Baxi wizard who disappeared after the race.
Yeah, Musharib basically goes, "Oh, we got this Mordane's Gauntlet thing in the bag." Because one of the way options to get in was to sneak in. He's gotten that from his thing, but anyway. Yeah, so he's staring slack-jawed at the abilities of this Tabaxi to just disappear with thousands of eyes upon him and go like drooling at the thought of the gauntlet basically being in his hands at this point.
Yeah.
So,
At least one
Ducky's
guy
not
likes me.
Yeah, Ubata's favorite. And then you also, like, after a little bit of the excitement goes down, Musharib turns to Lord and says, "Oh, that's why you have him in the party in Dwarvish."
You went. You
Oh
managed
yeah,
to
yeah,
get over
yeah.
the
He could be
races.
helpful sometimes. He's useful sometimes.
Ubata's favorite is the winner.
Boo.
And Musharib is cheering extra loudly at this point.
I knew it the whole time.
So, what do I get for my bet if my guy got second?
Let me take a look at my magical book here. And I will
Good by
let you
default
know.
as the only other one in the race.
You don't get shit. You bet for him to win.
Dude, I just needed to make 3 successful rolls. They were fucking high DC rolls. Just needed to make 3 of them, though. 16 pluses, essentially. Or, like, I just need to roll 3
So-
16s.
It should have been me
The
on
only-
Big Honker. I would have won.
The only reason why I had the dwarf do anything is because you killed the dinosaur in the race. Vile.
Oh, no, I know. I completely understand that. I completely... No worries on that front.
Also, Ubato would try to find you after the race, shake your hand, and say that anytime you want to race one of the dinosaurs, you are welcome to.
Wait, who said that to me?
Wakanga.
Oh, you said Ubato.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I meant to say Wakanga.
Oh,
Wait,
'cause
Wakanda
the show
actually
was
liked my
worth
shit?
more.
Oh
I
no,
am-
he he made he made money on that.
I'm just kind of dumb. I don't, because my character doesn't really might realize it at first, so he's kind of dumbstruck when he says that sort of shit. Like, what? Why? I lost. Although, yes, but like, I would not mind getting more time with Big Honker. Also, one of the things, there was something I would like to do after the race, is I would like to look for, the two that cleaned up afterwards. But I don't know if that happens now. Chultic and more.
Sorry, I was trying to get odds for.
After the race, I would like to look, because you said they clean up after the dinosaur races and at the Coliseum. So I'd like to look for Chultic and Mortic, if they're around. But we can handle that later if need be.
Oh, yeah, they're not.
Fucking rip, dude.
Not in the money. You can't. You probably wouldn't be able to locate. So you wouldn't be able to locate them in the Coliseum at this point in time. And if you wanted to take more time to look, you would probably be late for the boat.
Okay. No, I wanted to talk to Roka though too. Shit, never got to talk to Roka. Damn it.
If all goes well and we don't die, we'll be back.
Your boat like Buzzcut Psycho.
All right, so where were we? Right, wager. So because he got second place, the wager's divided in half. 5 gold divided by 3 is what you'd add, and then you'd half that. So literally 5 silver on top of your 5 gold. Sound fair?
You're rich.
You made 5 silver off the race tree.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask
At
Wakanga
least
for
I got
the.
it back. Like,
Yeah, you got it
I
back.
didn't lose anything.
I'm gonna ask Wakanga for the name of the dwarf rider for Mountain Thunder.
Beat him up.
He does not seem forthcoming with that information.
I'll figure it out. My character is actually like kind of ecstatic after the race. It was pretty fun seeing a large dinosaur rip into another dinosaur that wasn't a person.
You might have
are a
may-
very
maybe,
fucked up character.
Not really. He's traumatized. I mean, that much has been clear.
So I need to.
Should I cast minor or lesser whatever restoration on him? See if it cures his PTSD.
Who? Who's?
Karangars?
Yes.
I don't
We need
know.
to
Do you have
fix
a
him.
madness condition vial?
I mean, he's traumatized. I don't know if that works.
Do you have a permanent madness disorder?
I'm just role playing. I don't know if that would count.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say no. Also, this is not like Jeff had one, and that's how Jeff got triggered and like went berserk. This
Jeff
is just
needs
might
a
be a
safe
this
space.
might just be a character quirk because of your backstory. So I'm saying that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's what I meant. It is it is a character quirk in that sense. I don't think
Okay.
you have it mechanically.
So with that, does anyone else have any last minute errands they wanted to run?
So I'd not be able to talk to Roka even though he's right next to the port, actually.
So because you spent time at the Coliseum, no.
Wait.
Looking for the other two.
Yeah.
I'll just
so
continue hanging
how
out with Musha
soon
Rib.
till the ship leaves?
What? Tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you if you have time for that or not. Let's do it that way. It's
No,
not.
I
like
mean
you have
more-
a whole lot of time, but if you needed a last minute item to go shopping for, if you wanted to talk to someone.
I meant
you know-
more of how long I'm gonna hide before going out and finding people.
Oh, flowers. I mean, the race disperses not that quickly either, so the docks are pretty close to empty, minus this boat and a few deckhands and a couple Zentarum guards, one of which Vile recognizes.
Okay,
I'm
so I
back
mean,
at
I'll
the dock.
probably gather my stuff, get it down near the dock, and then I don't know. Did Orn immediately go? Do you guys immediately go back to the tavern? If we don't know, we have a boat to catch soon, right? I'll be waiting down by the dock with all my stuff.
Yeah, I would probably just
Kinda
go
stay,
grab
keep
everything
it
and then head down to the ship, figuring if you disappeared like that, then you're just gonna go meet us wherever.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like wherever we're all going
When I
to be
see you,
later.
I'm gonna be like, well, staying pretty hidden from everyone else. Be like, I don't think they like magic here.
I'm just gonna say back. I thought that was clear.
They didn't say we couldn't use it. I didn't want to kill the dragon, the dinosaur.
It'll be all right. We have better things to worry about now.
Yeah, let's get on the boat.
So is Eldergar at? You said Eldergar is at the port.
Yeah. So you guys all make your way to the port then? No one else wants to do anything?
Nope. Want to go to
Okay,
port.
perfect. So, yeah, Eldegar is actually directly talking to what looks to be a captainly person.
Is
On
the
a ship.
captainly person a gnome?
A female gnome. Female rock gnome.
I'm gonna kind of just stand at the other side of the.
Lord, it's your people.
There appears to be an argument going on.
Mhm.
And the argument appears to be over when they can leave.
Okay.
I mutter under my breath. I'm gonna listen in on. Is that just all I can get out of the argument without listening closer?
So basically, the gnome captain is trying to argue the point that their scheduled departure was tonight, and that they should be allowed to meet that departure, and the fact that they couldn't have enough people here to search the entire ship in time has nothing to do with that.
I am not getting involved with this. Fuck
And
that noise.
Eldegar is saying that there needs to be a 3-day delay so they can inventory and categorize all of the goods that are on the ship currently and all of the ones that were brought earlier. They need to stay in port until they've been able to verify the contents of everything.
Who here has good charisma?
Not Hank.
I have +2.
So what? Wait,
Nope,
what's
you
going
have to
on?
stay hidden.
The boat captain is arguing with a Zentarum guard, who is also a Dragonborn.
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna walk up. Sorry, actually, go ahead. I interrupted. I'm just sorry. That was some.
No, go for it.
I'm gonna walk up like completely oblivious to the arguing, and like say, "Yo, hey, Eldergar, what are you doing on this boat?"
He stares at you and says, "This boat is under suspicion of smuggling, and we are trying to investigate it for smuggling." And he says it with those pauses like that.
Smuggling. Did you catch the races today? Actually, though.
No, I've been here at the docks investigating a smuggling ship for smuggling.
What have you
I don't
found?
know. You missed a pretty good show.
Yeah, you're like I was riding Big Honker and we fucking.
It was
You
wonderful.
wrote a
race.
freaking dive.
Yeah. I was kind of forced to do it. Like you knew.
T-Rex. You know a T-Rex is what ate them, right?
No, it was not actually. It was Deinonychus's. That is why my
No,
character has had.
Eldegar is smart but not wise.
That's true.
He was not able to identify them properly.
Fair enough. Fair enough. No, it wasn't a T-Rex. It was a Deinonychus, and I actually beat one up pretty bad in the race too. It felt cathartic.
He's this look of disbelief that he doesn't know you anymore.
Prison changes you, man. Anyway, so
What
We
are you,
actually-
then he asks, "What? So wait. Step back like 5 steps. What are you doing on the ship?"
we chartered passage to go. We're going off to go deep into the forest on the southern side of the island.
With Ordame.
We're with Moucherie, one of the guides. He's the one who handled all the specifics of it.
With that, Moucherie walks up, high fives Ordame, and is basically sort of settling in on the ship. Oblivious to the conversation at hand or any arguing going on.
So yeah, I mean, have you found any smuggling goods?
No, we've not found any frogs or toads.
Well, then I don't see any problem here as I walk by.
Roll me a
God.
persuasion check, both of you. Or sorry, one of you, choose between you, advantage.
Guardian.
And do it with advantage.
Nice.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah,
why he has-
so his friend is trying to charter passage on a boat. He doesn't exactly know why.
I've
And
talked.
everyone
This
seems fine
happened.
with this. He's not found anything, even though he searched for almost 24 hours on this boat. And he knows that keeping it here longer is just basically to piss off the captain, and not necessarily to actually investigate anything further. And he doesn't necessarily want to impose ill will upon his friends. And he hands the captain their permission to leave. Walks away.
I'll just kind of slip past the gangplank, settle myself on board.
He wasn't at the race. He doesn't know who you are.
So I asked the captain in Gnomish.
Mhm.
So what happens when you lick one of these toads?
What toads?
She looks at you, rolls her eyes, and says, "The toads don't exist, silly."
Side check him, do it.
It is a
I
her.
want to know about these toads.
You want an insight check, or you can go for it.
Sure. Wrong tab here.
The toads
Yeah.
don't
Oh.
exist.
You believe that she is being utterly honest with you, but maybe a little bit flirty.
Nice.
Nice. So I grab my stuff
And
and
after that, she says in Dwarvish, "So which one of you is paying for the passage south?"
yeah. So I look at the rest of the guys and I was like, all right, who's pitching in
Something that'll
what?
be
10 gold each.
I'll hand him 10 gold.
All right, there's
Wait.
one day.
I hand him the same amount.
Okay. And
There's
I
6
have another 10.
people.
there's 3. You need 2 more.
Fine. The gold's not nearly as like gold's only important as the
I'm
means
gonna
to an
go-
end.
I'm
So
gonna
I
go
give him a
collect
gold.
10 gold from
10,
Twilight.
10. Okay, so there's
That's
5
fif-
now with file
Yeah, that's 50 total.
total. All right, so you're good there.
Okay.
And then she in Gnomish says, "And I hope you brought something for the dragon turtle."
I just like I kind of do that fucking like the head tilt thing where you breathe in and you look at Musharib.
So that was in Gnomish.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was okay.
Do you,
my bad.
do you speak Gnomish?
No, I do not. I thought that was in common. My apologies.
No, it's in Gnomish. It is literally basically talking only to Lord.
Brought something?
He's
What
got
was
enough gold.
She kind of smirks a little bit and gives commands to her second in command to prepare to cast off.
Yeah, we'll try and make him behave himself.
Okay. All right, so you guys are on a 60-foot sloop. Basically, if you were to ask about the ship, they would claim that it is the fastest ship in any of the seas of Chult. It will outrun any of the pirate ships that are here. And got a single mast, flying a square mainsail. The decks below are basically hollowed out entirely for storage. There's not really any sleeping quarters or beds or anything like that. Most of the crew just seems to sleep on the deck. Or if they get stormy, particularly stormy, they tend to sleep below decks, basically on top of whatever they can find. This ship has been entirely designed for cargo and little else.
So it's like a T-clipper, kind of.
Yep, it's a 60-foot long E-clipper. Top speed of 10 miles per hour, which you guys would realize is a very fast boat.
So we are taking off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sit on the deck with Ord and just watch the lights go by.
Did you mark off 10 gold, Bryce?
I did not pay 10 gold.
He paid
I
5.
went and collected gold from you.
Oh, I don't have 10 gold. I gave Uber 10 gold already for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'll pay that.
That's still, yeah, we're good. Okay, so let's
Actually, I
see
think
here.
I have like 8 gold or something.
So you guys enter the Bay of Chult. I'll try to get the thing moved. Boop. There-ish. You've been sailing for a solid 7 hours.
What is the
And,
nautical mile thing?
It's dark. And the sea ahead roils and churns as waves crash over the bow of your ship. It's not stormy out, by the way. It's been calm seas this whole time. Water streams from the rising crags
God.
like rivers crashing down a mountainside. At last, the emerging island stops growing in size. This is a large thing. And although the sea around it still tosses your ship, is a drifting feather. Then a huge blast of steam erupts from the waves. Through the drifting rainbow-crossed mist, you see an immense beak, a milky eye, the size of a hogshead cask, staring blindly in your direction. As the water calms, you spot a dozen or more shark fins circling the ship. Basically, there's a massive dragon turtle. Basically circling your ship. It's going fast enough that as it circles the ship is spinning. And in Draconic... Or sorry, wait. I need to read for a second here. My bad. Thought I was more prepared for this than I was.
Why
that
did you
feeling?
ask about the dragon turtle?
I didn't. What dragon turtle?
Yeah, only Lord knows about this.
I thought she was talking about you.
What?
Guys, what is that? As I assume Orin seriously pulls out his notebook.
Mm-hmm.
Just drawing so fast.
Oh, so she wasn't making fun of the Dragonborn.
Asking someone on the,
No, she wasn't.
on the
There's
ship.
an actual little dragon turtle. Okay, so at first it speaks the language no one understands on the boat. But then after...
It's not Draconic then.
No, not at first. And after it realizes that no one on the ship is recognizes its commands, it switches to Draconic, and it says
Okay.
one word: tribute.
What do we do? What do we give it for tribute?
Tribute?
What does it want? I asked the captain.
Well, gold, valuables, treasure. He's listing off basically anything that's valuable or has jewels. And you get the idea that she definitely expects you to pay this, and if you don't, you're probably going overboard.
How much is it looking for?
It has not specified how much it's looking for, and the captain says it varies.
Watch it be 50 gold. Hank,
So,
ready for comment.
Hank, how many pieces of gold do you have?
I don't know.
Let me see your gold bag real quick.
I hand him my gold bag.
How much gold is in your gold bag?
7.
Shit, this is not a lot. It's 15 with mine. In the past, how much have people offered it? I asked the captain.
She says that it varies depending upon how much cargo he suspects is in the ship, or what the cargo is worth.
Well, we don't have any cargo. It's us.
Exactly. So it should be easy enough to pay it, right? It does.
So what am I do? Just throw it off the side of the ship?
So do you have money collected in the bag?
I'm taking Hank at this point because I don't think he realizes the value of money.
No one has. I mean, you could ask the turtle questions if you speak Draconic.
Oh, so I guess I'll walk. I like kind of walk up. And it's, how much tribute?
More.
Okay, I'm gonna throw in 5 gold pieces and say, is that enough?
Hang on. There's a special thing for that.
God damn it!
Should we really let the critical failure guy negotiate with the dragon thing?
I'm gonna whisper to Lord, just in case the dragon speaks my language and has good hearing. I'm gonna say, hey, can't you like make fake money? Isn't that what you got put in prison for?
Okay, so sorry, there's something else I didn't describe. So there should be a sack
I
that the...
can, but I'm thinking this thing can probably swim faster than the ship.
You get the impression that because it's doing circles around the ship and the ship is spinning, that it could easily sink the ship if it wanted to on a whim.
Yeah, you don't want to
See
piss it
link
off.
in
Also,
TeamSpeak.
the gnome captain has a sack that she's opened up and is waiting for people to throw money into. So, Viola, I'm assuming that's what you threw it into.
Yes, like
So,
I throw in 5.
I'll throw 5 in too.
that's 15. I'm gonna put 5 from Hanks in there and then hand him back with 2.
I'll put 1 golden. You can see
As
I
long
have
as Hank
literally a
can afford
handful of
crossbow
change in my
bolts, it's good.
pouch.
That's
so I need people to make either a strength or dexterity save, whichever you are higher in. Because the
no.
turtle
User disconnected
blow to
from
blast
your
its
channel.
steam angrily. This is and he yells out, "This is an insult!" And yeah, the breath is strong enough that it feels like it could blow you off the ship.
in fact, it probably does for a
Oh,
couple
no.
people.
Yeah.
You did not make a 15. You've blown off a ship and into the water.
Christ, I can't even do that on a
So
5
I am
plus.
standing on the ship alone.
Well, that was a terrible set of rolls. Holy shit.
2 of us
Hank is
crit
now
failed.
confused where everyone else went.
So,
Oh my god.
you guys can try to get back onto the ship, and
Yeah, I
Are
was.
sharks like attacking us, or is it just we're
the
in the
sharks
water?
are on their way towards you.
I'm gonna try and
Alright.
get back in the
What
ship.
do I roll to get back up?
All right, I want strength checks or athletics. Everyone trying to get back on the ship.
Can
Hey,
I do
21.
acrobatics?
Sure.
Okay.
Yo, I'm gonna yell at Hank to assist
Oh
somebody.
my gosh.
All right, so Twilight,
It's back
that's
for the
1 failure.
36 for the.
Everyone else makes it onto the ship.
Can I help Twilight get out of the water since I'm on the ship now?
Your
I don't
next
know.
check will have advantage,
Lord.
Twilight. Lord is also still trying to swim back, trying to get a grip on the ship somewhere.
I'm
We
gonna
can't
try
quite
to
find
throw a
bridges.
rope or something down the Twilight.
Yeah, I could have rope in our
So,
packs.
both of your guys' next checks will have advantage.
Okay.
But for now,
I put my
Ready,
signet
nose
ring
goes.
in the bag.
the dragon yells loudly. The dragon turtle yells loudly. More.
Hank does not pay attention and proceeds to try to help his friends get out of the water. And readies his crossbow against the sharks.
Oof.
Sharks don't have knees. Where you shoot them?
Not people, so either their face.
Does he want rations? Would he take food?
I put my
Well-
signet ring in the bag.
Okay. Do you have a value on that? Is it just your noble crest ring?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that it is a somewhat valuable possession. That definitely
Yes,
helps.
it is the only thing.
So Musharib dumps his entire winnings from the race
Oh Christ.
into the bag, which you know totals at least 150 gold.
We don't have money!
Oh, that poor guy.
Why didn't Musharib mention this?
He contributed a lot more than you guys did, so.
We're poor. Well, I mean, Lord's not, but I don't know that. So
He'll forgive us when we get the gauntlet.
Here, so how much gold did you guys throw into the sack total? Last
21 at first.
I'll
21.
put 4 more.
It's like you're
Really?
haggling with Dragon.
No one has tried to even haggle with him or say. "We
I
can't afford
said
this."
how much? I said like I
You
asked
said
him.
you asked him how much. You did not say we can't afford it anymore.
I can't speak dragon
I
anyways.
asked him if I can give food.
So
can't
let's see
talk to him.
here, 150, and then a signet ring. We'll throw it there.
GPK coming up.
All right, so you guys probably have 275 gold worth of stuff in there. Point. And he still says more.
Do you want food?
I'm just gonna tell him we ain't got much left.
Do you
Hey,
speak
what-
Draconic?
I do speak a Draconic.
Oh no, sorry, tree.
Yes.
Okay. So he says no.
Oh,
That.
that's all I've got left.
I'm gonna toss the remaining 3 pieces of gold I have. And I was like, that's all I have left.
Can I try to climb back on again?
Make me a charisma check, persuasion, both of you, independently.
Oh god. Oh no! Oh, that's 3 nat ones! That is 3 nat ones in one fucking night!
Orn, you have a chance to save this.
Please do.
Oh god.
Okay,
We're dead.
another blast of wind. I need everyone on the surface of the ship. Give me an athletics for dexterity save.
Oh my god! Christ!
Athletics?
I
Yeah.
just never play dice games. I was
Sorry,
try-
strength or dexterity, not athletic.
strength or dexterity. Wait, what? Oh,
Hey,
save.
it's
It's
fine.
Save.
it's the same one.
Strength or dex save.
I will.
As long as dexterity, Hank is invincible, I'm sure of it.
Dude, I have a +5 to my strength save. I
Alright,
just-
so if you didn't make a 15, you're in the water again.
Christ
And
almighty.
the sharks are closer.
I'm gonna
I feel
climb
like-
back
I
up.
feel like if you don't get
Someone
back
else.
up on the ship round, it's gonna be the sharks are gonna be attacking.
Oh, they didn't. I don't think they made another attempt to get up because we would have been.
Made
getting-
2 attempts total.
Oh, you did. You would have got advantage on your second attempt.
I've only
Oh, we
had.
haven't made that attempt
I've
yet.
only made one attempt.
Oh wait, yeah, it was only.
You guys have not made your second attempt, so I'll
Yeah.
have you make that second attempt now because I forgot about it.
Okay.
They
Wait,
still
do I
have
get any-
advantage. Oh, we
No.
Yeah,
knocked
you
up at
still
this
make it with
point.
advantage because I forgot about it.
Do I
As
get
you
like
guys are climbing
plus
up
1 or
those dice.
2 because I have cat claws? I think it'll make grab the wood.
You have advantage.
Alright.
Twilight flips
You
out of
didn't
the
need
water
it.
somehow.
You still make it.
Okay,
you
so
guys
now we
obviously
need
you guys
to-
are on the ship and you didn't get blown overboard this time because that was my bad.
We're climbing
Right.
up the side.
Then
Yeah.
I'm gonna attempt to make an athletics check to climb back up in the ship after I get knocked off again.
I would yell at the captain, "What does it want?"
Oh, I agree. Can I make
So,
an athletics check to get
Yeah.
back up?
I'm gonna run up and add like.
God. Christ.
I'll add 20 more gold to the pile.
I
So
will add
you added 20
3 more.
more.
Yeah.
I just take my money sack and throw it into the thing, which is a whole 2 gold, 4 silver, and 6 copper.
So
Alright,
I'm interested to
after
me the.
that, the dragon turtle says, "Heave it over."
Well, she's holding it,
Shut
right?
that thing off so fast.
Yeah. So if she ties the top of it off and she's trying to hand it to one of you.
Don't give it to me, I have rebel strength.
I do
I
too.
throw it.
We all do.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you just throwing it over the side?
Yeah, we'll just throw it over the side.
To the dragon.
I hope
Does
that
it
works.
fucking hit me on the way down?
All right. So yeah, he sinks back into the water. The seas calm down, and the sharks are still close by, but no longer as active as they were.
I will throw my 50 feet of rope over the side to help someone get on board.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna get myself out of the water.
So I
Yeah.
literally rolled maximum on the amount of gold you guys had to give.
Jeez.
So I'm sorry about that.
I'm gonna go walk
So
up to
I'm-
fucking. We're gonna walk up to Musharib and like, what the actual fuck? That is mission critical information, and you denied to tell us that before we left.
And it's something that literally
guys-
every one of us should have been aware of prior to this.
He's looking at you guys like you're insane, like you don't know about the giant dragon turtles in the Bay of Chult.
I'm new here.
Yeah,
Would
which
I
is
have
why
actually-
I'm a
actually,
little
would I have
annoyed
known
it,
about this
because
turtle?
Every one of us should know about this because we all got here through the bay.
That's true.
Yeah,
We should
that's
have
actually-
known.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, that's knowledge that
Well,
we would
so-
know
so
to
okay,
ask
Kyle's
so-
for.
been here.
So the dragon turtle does not always attack ships.
No, but that he's got a point that I would have had pre-existing knowledge because I've been here for 5 years. Not 5 years. I've been here for years. I actually don't know how long. Unless I just by some stroke of luck never heard of it, but that just feels kind of weird.
Okay, well that's my bad then. I'm sorry. But for everyone else, if you're a visitor to Chult, it does not attack every ship, and it is somewhat rare that it occurs.
Okay.
Did you roll to have it occur?
Yes.
Rip.
Our luck is amazing, guys.
Hey, you can shut the fuck up with that 20 right there.
The rest of the journey goes without incident. Is the good news.
It's good because Hank's broke as fuck.
And
4 gold left.
0. I got it.
Karangar's previously good mood has now been fucking shattered.
You guys end up making it all the way to the bay. Want to? Half the bay is shrouded in ash from the mountains to the south and east of where you guys are landing. And the ship is doing its best to hug the inside of the bay before it drops you off on a shore.
What's over on that side? I asked the captain.
Volcanoes. I was like, you're a child. That's just him to realize you're close to that.
He's not from around here. Don't just. I don't know.
And with that, that's where we're gonna end the session. And you guys are also at level 4.
Thank God.
Yes!
Yes.
I have
look
to
up a little
pee
focus
so
again.
bad.
Fighter levels are 1d10, right? I'm just gonna roll a fighter level.
Roll 20's great. I'm glad I got that stealth check, but I paid for that with the double crits. It fails.
Get 7 HP for leveling up.
I really did not want you guys to encounter the sharks, so I might have delayed them a little bit longer than they should have been delayed.
Thank you.
I mean, like there's
It's
only
getting late.
there's only so much you can do when we roll poorly. Like,
Well, I know, right? But I mean,
I know, I get it. Like, there's games I've played where like you start taking the foot off the pedal after they just roll fucking garbage. But like, 3 nat 1s in a night, there's nothing you can do.
What do we roll for health?
It depends. You're a barbarian, right?
Yeah.
1d12 plus your constitution bonus.
so I'm gonna have you guys handle the leveling up during the week.
I'm just doing it in oof. You can. Yeah. I'm just doing it right now so you can actually see like the rolls, because that's the only thing that
Well,
requires
I
a
have
roll.
the history regardless. If you do it in roll 20, I'll have it.
Oof. You guys can take half plus 1, I think.
They
So.
decided to roll. They have to
Yeah, I
take
know.
that number.
I know that's true. I was just saying you can instead of.
It's more
doing
fun
the
to roll.
It's more fun
Yeah.
to roll, yeah. Plus, I rolled really good for my initial.
Mm-hmm.
Taking the average.
Wow.
I finally get the feat that I need to be good this game, hopefully, and then realize that I'll just be utter trash no matter what I do.
Don't worry, guys. I now have 51 health.
Vile. Problem with D&D is there's always an answer for all of the broken things.
I mean, it's not broken. It's not really that broken because you're right. There is an answer. There's a very easy answer, but I want to be good at what I do.
Well, yeah.
And until I get this feat, I can't be good at what I do.
Yeah. Anyways,
So I get an ability score? Is
You
just
can take
one?
an ability score, or you add 2, or you take a feat.
So you can add 2. You can split it between 2 different ones if you want to.
Oh shit, you can't. Yeah, that's tempting as fuck.
Or I could have 20 dexterity.
I have 20.
Yeah, you can't. You
intelligence
cannot make
now.
something above 20.
Yeah, so it stops at 20. You can't increase it anymore. Above 20.
Yeah, but 20 gives you a +5.
Yes.
I kind of want that 20 dexterity, but I do want that feat
God
too.
damn, you guys rolled really fucking high on your initial stats. I got
I
16
mean, I
as
have
my highest stats.
6, 7, and 10 as my other ones.
Vile,
Oh,
you
that's
have
true.
the highest average stat.
I do have the highest. I can't
No, the
complain. I
rest
do
of
have the
mine are
highest
pretty
average.
like-
Yeah. Well, I had
The rest of mine are
16 +2 for my race, and then another +2 now to get my 20.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I could
Same.
have actually gone and probably and given my. Oh no, yeah. Something. No, I could have gotten started with a 17.
Yeah.
But that's it.
I feel like taking magic initiative and taking disguise self will be very helpful when I get back to town.
Wakanga is gonna be looking for you.
He doesn't
We don't.
see anything.
We don't know where this man went. We have no
He
idea.
died in the forest.
Yeah.
Died in the jungle.
You guys just saw a strange, weird-looking tabaxi cast a spell and then disappear.
Also, by the way, yeah, Karangar is definitely going to wanna ride Big Honker again because he did enjoy that.
I want to ride again. I didn't, but
But
I
you're
don't
not.
think that's gonna happen.
You should just shave your
Thank God
entire
I'm not
body
watching.
except like a mustache, and try and pass yourself off.
Maybe I should just.
He literally just puts on glasses and that's enough.
I'll get a hat.
Like Kentapoach.
What is animal handling's
Smear yourself in
stat?
anti-insect
Wisdom.
salve so that you're all
Wisdom,
matted
okay.
and have punk hair.
Maybe I should just take that as my feat instead. Just get a mounted combat feat. Become very proficient in riding Big Honker.
All you do is ride the dinosaur and bet on yourself.
Well, I'm
Okay,
gonna
I
pick
guess
my
we're going to do
spells.
something. I'll be
Bet
back.
on one dinosaur to die and then you split.
Alright, night guys.
Night. I'm
Good
gonna
night.
go.